One. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Overwatch Bot League Season 3. We are on Day 5. I am Sir DJ Cat here with my co-host Hazel.
Again, for the fifth time, or fourth time, I think.
Fourth. Yeah, I guess because we started on Day 2. But yeah, we're going to be finishing up the first round of the tournament today. We take a look at our bracket here. As you can see, last week we had Freaks in Skycode and Synth Lotus and Duckling Crossing. And this week we're going to be finishing up round 1 with Team Iris versus Wargod and Inner Fire versus Salty Ramen. These should be pretty interesting, as I think most of these teams were in Season 1 of the Bot League, so be curious to see if we see any of the same strategies used. Yeah, let's go right into it. We're gonna be going to Oasis.
I've always really liked Oasis. It's just like, it's such a gorgeous map. But
really
honestly, like playing on it, not so much. I feel like some of the levels on this map are just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Man, Blizzard, what were you thinking?
Yeah, I don't know. I think like City Center's like okay. I think Garden's probably the best like sub map. Let's see here. Yeah, so it looks like we are going to be seeing the Malga comp on Team Iris here. Which is... Malga's had like kind of like mixed results so far in this tournament.
It'll be interesting to see how let's see, the Mei and the Torb. I guess we'll go against that.
Yeah, Mei Torb Orisa is like a really like just tanky lineup.
Yeah. Let's see. I do think the Ana will give Malga a bit of issues if she can hit those nades.
Yeah, big anti whenever he decides to cardiac overdrive. Looks like baseline already gonna take out Dragoon. Torrent kind of sectioned off Sunset from his team. Sunset being known as an Orisa player, trying out the Malga here to little success. So looks like Team Iris is gonna lose that first fight.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I guess the main tour, they just like, they can slow that Malga down at least and just kind of put him at a disadvantage since he's caught out.
Yeah, a lot of ways they can stop the different like engages that Team Iris would set up with this comp. So be curious to see like what's their approach to this next fight. Ideally, like you want to take out the Ana first because that's kind of the big hindrance right now.
Right. So looks like the Malga is splitting.
Yeah, Malga gonna split off. Dragoon goes down first once again, channeling his best left impression as Torrent finds Bloom, and this fight's already kind of just over. Sunset was a bit too late on the engage there, let his team get picked before he even touched the point.
I think with all that frontline damage, you really have to have like cover, honestly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just gonna get run over.
Yeah, I mean, especially this like really tanky comp can just kind of sit out in the open, whereas Team Iris's comp is not going to find the same success with that strategy.
That was an interesting split from the Malga, honestly.
Yeah, it was. The idea was right, I guess. Looks like Sunset is going to be taking an off angle yet again. Gets slept immediately, but no anti-nade. Sunset going to get just kind of zoned into the corner. Cardiac overdrive is used on the turret, of course. Molten Core is going to come out on the point here. Here comes the Terra Surge from Torrent. Looks like it's only going to catch Dragoon, but this fight seems to have gone in Team Iris' favor. No, wait a minute. There's a Blizzard, but it isn't going to kill anybody. Baseline dying before it can freeze anyone. There's
That was a very nice flip. I do think the off angle definitely gave them a bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, more like properly executed, especially with what's it called, Malga kind of drawing the attention first, getting that Molten Core out, and then the rest of the team can kind of clean up.
Right. I do wonder how this like old economy will go down, honestly, because they are down quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, heavily in favor of Team Iris right now. Here comes the rally. a little bit early. Overclock coming out as well. Zhang Shi has immediately slept out of it, but the Brig is traded. That's going to be no rally here for War God. Looks like Hades is staring down the barrel of that Sojourn rifle, but going to survive a bit longer. Torrent in the corner is going to kill Zhang Shi before he dies. He's actually picked up 2 here. Definitely already lost the fight, but was a pretty good effort.
No support ults came out during that fight, surprisingly.
Yeah, just the Brig ult from Team Iris to engage. But War God is very smartly saved both the nano and the rally for the retake. They only need to win 1 fight here. We're going to be going up against the old Cage Blossom combo, so see how that works.
I do think that sleep can shut that down pretty quickly if they time it right.
Yeah, if they're ready for either one of those ults, it does kind of like ruin the whole effect. And there's sleep already out. Not going to be blocking the combo. Torrent taking an off angle, trying the same strategy that Team Iris did. It looks like he's already taken out the backline. What a brutal fight. Sunset just gonna reset, I guess. I don't know where he went, but he killed himself somehow. And yeah, they're gonna be losing this first point with 3 ults. Didn't even get a chance to use any of them here, which is really disappointing. It's like
Truly, what a flip.
Yeah. Sunset considering suicide as he just stares at the highway.
I do think the Nano Torb, you gotta that element of surprise really just cut him off, you know?
Yeah, once you get the hammer perk, you get nano, you just kill everybody. It's crazy. But that is gonna be first point going over to War God here. I mean, it wasn't like a complete stomp, but
right.
I
they
think
did have pretty good back and forths.
It would have been a lot closer if Team Iris had remembered that they had ultimates.
Yeah, true. But that Torb, they must have given them concussions, man.
Yeah, hit him with the hammer and just they don't know what to do. So
I think this map will be a little more interesting, just based off of like the geometry. I know with the last level, well, if I knew the word for it, I would tell you. But it doesn't really have like a high ground. Yeah. But this one you can take more approaches.
Yeah, got low ground. You got some verticality there with the center of the point. Looks like War God gonna go for the low ground. Sunset gonna try and cut that off quickly, but he misses the stomp. Torrent is in Team Iris's backline, but Bloom successfully gonna kill Umbrella. That's a lot less sustain for War God right now. Looks like Crow is gonna be picking up quite a few kills though. Do not underestimate the Torbjorn. And despite losing their Brig almost immediately, War God has clutched this fight.
The turret survived the fight.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
Yeah. Brig is returning. Well, I wonder. It looks like they're coming from main now. Instead of going taking the low ground.
Yeah, Sunset gonna try and get in some of that chip damage as he approaches the point. Nate goes wide. It's gonna be easy engage if Sunset doesn't get cut off from his team here. Looks like Bloom already finding Hades. Zhang Shi dueling with this turret as Dragoon tries to body block it. And gonna be a bit of stalling here from baseline. He's eventually gonna go down though. 45% for War God. Not bad.
That was a really well placed immortality lamp by the Baptiste there.
Yeah. I feel like Lamp's one of the stronger abilities in bot league. Probably better than Suzu, honestly, considering how what's it called, liberal the usage of Suzu is with the bots.
Right, and it's a lot easier to like miss time. You know, it just has that longer effect.
Yeah. Torrent going straight in here. Looks like Sunset's just gonna kind of run behind him. Torrent turning his back. I mean, taking a lot of damage. Pops the Terra Surge. Looks like Molten Core is gonna be used as well. Hades finding pick onto Bloom. Sunset still just not even on the point. It looks like the rest of Team Iris is gonna go down. Gonna be a quick reset here. You know, similar percentage, but not quite as strong a hold.
That was a really interesting rap, honestly.
Yeah. I don't even know, like, I feel like the execution of it was kind of poor, but because Sunset just was kind of like off in his own little world, it worked out.
Yeah. It honestly just goes to show like how important a tank is in destroying that fire.
Yeah. Yeah, and there we go. Sunset already drawing some fire, getting slept immediately. Orisa is getting nanoed here. Window comes out. Blossom through the window, but it really doesn't quite land, unfortunately. It's going to be a lot of wasted ults for Iris. I don't even know if they can touch.
That was a really nice nade.
Yeah. Very well timed.
And you know, nade is just so strong. It's been strong ever since Ana was added to the game all the way back then.
Yeah, I mean, just denying any form of support. And yeah, that is going to be the first round, or first map rather, going over to War God. Very interesting.
I think I do like the Orisa here. Honestly, the Orisa is just able to tank a lot of that damage from Mauga.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's
and
like...
I think
sorry, good.
A lot of I think a lot of that sustain coming from the Ana is just her kit in general just really goes against the Mauga. Like you can't do much about it.
Yeah, no, I think like Orisa in general is always really strong in bot league, but like against that specific comp with the Mauga and the Baptiste, like really sustain heavy comp, Orisa just kind of like lives through everything. So
right.
But pretty well picked. I mean, it wasn't even like counter swapping either. It was just like legitimately like good comp to start with.
Right.
So we'll see. Like, what do you think Iris's response to that is gonna be?
I think you do need like just something to negate that nade, because an immortality field isn't gonna cut it.
Yeah.
But with the push map, like an escort map, or I forgot what it's called. But whatever this map is, it's Hollywood. We know it's Hollywood. We know and love Hollywood. I do think like it'll be a little bit different, of a comp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and like interestingly, this is actually a map that Iris in Season 1 was very well known for playing. Sunset's infamous full hold on Orisa here. So I mean, they are on defense first. Maybe we see the return of the full hold, but things have changed quite a bit since Season 1. Seeing a lot more coordination with the ults, especially.
Right. I do think the Brig might honestly struggle a bit more here. Just because, like, you have to be more separated from your teammates so they can't get the full value of Inspire.
Yeah. Yeah, on a Brig, like, pretty good on first point defense, but on offense, it's going to be a bit trickier. But I mean, they're not playing dive, so maybe they're just going to try and play more, bit of a simpler game, or just standing in a big group walking towards the point.
March right down mid.
I mean, why not? Whatever works. Got Orisa, Mei, Torbjorn, just run it down, tank everything.
Yeah.
But here we go.
I mean, it's what that comp is built for.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it is specifically built for just taking a lot of damage. Big immortality field actually coming out for Team Iris here. Avalanche still gonna die to it. Torrent and Sunset are just going at each other, bumping each other with the javelin spin. But it looks like Iris just really didn't have a great setup. Kind of just immediately fell over when they engaged. So unfortunate, but that's gonna be quite a big time bank for War God.
What a crazy fight.
Just over.
I think that turret is honestly, the turret is just gonna take a lot of the attention because you have to like shoot it, you know.
Yeah.
It gives you more time to like take advantage of it.
Especially against like squishier DPS, like Symmetra and Cass.
Yeah.
Sunset naded Suzu all at once. He is gonna survive. Gonna have to pop this gold early. Looks like Bloom already taken out. Zhongxi just like really struggling to like do any damage whatsoever in this comp. And yeah, really quick fight again for War God. Gonna be continuing the push with 5 minutes actually.
That choke is deadly. Man. It's just like you kind of have to sit there and it's all this damage coming straight towards you, and like unless you have a shield or something, much you can do about that. Besides, like take advantage of the map.
Yeah, they really needed to play back there. Just gonna like let War God walk through the choke and then you can engage. Like just trying to like force pushing through there, not gonna work out very well. But re-engage here from the right side. Looks like Avalanche and Sunset looking for an early pick onto the back line, but Sunset is very separated from his team. Gonna look to isolate the Brig here, pins him against the Mei block. Gonna find Hades next. Here comes the Terra Surge from Torrent. Gonna be taking a lot of damage, but it's worth it as he picks up 3. What an insane ultimate.
That's crazy.
In disrespect, Molten Core right into the face of Sunset, and it's gonna be 4 minutes to take point here for War God. What an insane play. Like, it looked like it was like, oh yeah, easy fight win for Iris. They already picked out both supports, and then Torrent just trades 2 with the ult.
3.
Yeah, 3 actually. Getting a kill before, so a total of 4 kills in like a second. Very risky play with all those Symmetra turrets, but ended up working, and here's a really early Terra. Not quite as valuable. Here comes the Blizzard. It's like War God gonna want to keep that momentum going, but the Suzu comes out. Avalanche, the only one who's gonna go down. That's still winnable, especially, yeah, Sunset's gonna be trading baseline. A lot of ultimates coming out right now. Damage window comes out, but Dragoon doesn't even need it. Doesn't use Immortality Field, just can't get the cooldown quite fast enough. And Umbrella gonna survive the Symmetra. Very briefly, as Sunset is all alone. Might be able to escape here as the gold. But no, he's just gonna re-engage right back in. Oh.
Live and die with honor.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think that as you saw, Hades was kind of sitting in the back near the big health pack. And I do think that is like a great example of just like flanking with like support characters in general. Like Zenyatta, flank Yatta is real, guys. It's real.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Well,
I mean,
with any character that has like oppressive abilities, it's a huge advantage to take that.
Yeah. Excellent positioning here continues for War God as they all kite out the Deadeye. Everyone's just going to use it to reload, looking to trade Crow, but runs out of ammo. Doesn't have the roll available yet. Sunset going to stick near those Symmetra turrets. Going to force Torrent into a corner. Can he get another? He does not get another 3k, but still surviving long enough for his Torb to get his health back. Spears Avalanche without a second thought, and that's going to be the push continuing yet again. Going to be a massive time bank here.
I honestly think that Kitsune might have been a little early. It might have been a little rushed.
Yeah, the Kitsune rush was quite rushed there, and I think just the tempo was not set. Great Javelin from Torrent. Kept the entire team back. Yeah, it feels like Iris is really struggling to find their footing here.
Yeah. I think the Ana is doing really well here just because it's such like a long map. She can get so much value just from like not having to fall off on her gun.
Yeah, and we initially had doubts too about the Ana Brig, considering that there's a lot of verticality on this map, but it seems like because Team Iris isn't playing the verticality, there's no reason to do anything other than just like a stacking comp, right?
Right.
So it's working out quite nicely for War God. Might be a bit of an upset here considering that Team Iris was our runner-up second place finisher in Season 1, so pretty successful team, but not a strong start to this season.
Still with the Underbreak on defense. It is really just a defensive comp, so if they do get set up in the correct positions, they can really just hold this down.
Yeah.
I do wonder how the Symmetra will fare here, because if, like, in a given situation, if you use your teleporter correctly, you can honestly just wipe a team.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've been seeing less and less of that in pro play, honestly.
True. I mean, I'm all for the downfall of Twisted Mind Symmetra comp, but I'd love to see the bots have some form of coordination ever. But here we go. Zhongxi going over to the Junkrat, continuing the J trend with his name. Looks like we're seeing no other changes to Team Iris's lineup, just for that the old Junkrat reverse sweep pick. Suzu immediately coming out after no damage was done, fails to hit Sunset. Big nade onto the rest of War God though. Looks like Zhongxi and Bloom gonna reposition, gonna try and force Torrent into this corner for the Junkrat, but really just not finding any picks right now. Sunset's team is just bleeding out behind him. Zhongxi gets slept, and that's all over.
Wow, even with that Immortality Field, they really just, like, fell over. And they couldn't find a pick at all.
Yeah, well, it looked like a pretty, like, initially strong push, too, so...
Yeah. I think that Junkrat might honestly struggle against the Orisa, considering she can just kind of deny his projectiles from entering.
Yeah, it can just tank a lot of the damage with Fortify as well. Zhongxi gonna go in first this time. Does not have Mitzi Syndrome. Wants to go ahead of his team instead of behind them. Looks like Crow just playing around this payload. Avalanche finds a pick onto Umbrella. Bloom finding another one. Looks like Team Iris have got a bit more coordination right now. Great sleep from Hades, but it's not enough to prevent Team Iris from capturing this first point, it looks like.
They finally broken through.
Yeah, they figured it out. I mean, what was like the difference maker in that fight?
Honestly, it might have just been like positioning. Really.
Yeah, I think it feels like WarGod got like a little too comfortable. Like they didn't move like at all. Like they did back up a bit on that first one, just kind of like give themselves some breathing room. But they were just kind of like pushing forward. PvP tire from the Junkrat here is Zhongxi desperately looks for. I don't know. He's trying to blow up the payload. Here comes Torrent with the Terra Surge. Not going to find 3 this time. Sunset is zoned back, though. Trading Javelins. Here comes the Blizzard just to make sure. Molten Core as well. Pretty bad ult usage. Can't lie. From WarGod. Kind of burned 3 ults for what was a pretty easy fight win.
I think it was 4, honestly, with the Terra Surge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4 ults for 1 fight win, especially after they had already killed like half of Team Iris. And here comes the counter Terra Surge. Sunshine gonna be looking to charge this 500%. Does catch baseline around the corner. Very excellent play. Like
you gotta respect the horse, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Terra Surge is like, it's not a great ult, but like you have to respect it a bit. Just like get away from it. And baseline just kind of like stood a bit too long around that corner, thinking maybe you can just keep shooting the Orisa for free.
Right. Especially with that Fortify, she's just like, she's unkillable.
Yeah. Yeah, not as fast of a time, but still Team Iris moving pretty steadily through this middle part of the map. Gonna be encountering them not at the corner. It looks like WarGod's gonna come up behind them. It's like Torrent looking to engage early, find a pick with the Javelin, can't quite find it though, forcing a lot of cooldowns out. Suzu is used. Team's just kind of trading blows right now. Umbrella and Hades gonna go down, just kind of like caught in weird positions. Crow looking to take out Dragoon, but doesn't really matter. Yeah, didn't even need ults for that. Just straight up weird, awkward engagement.
Yeah, we saw the same wrap to the right with the other, like, on the sorry, I can't talk, with the other like team when they were pushing.
Yeah, Iris tried the same thing.
Didn't go so well for them.
Yeah, it didn't work. It's just, I feel like that's not a very good play on this particular map. Oh my gosh, Zhongxi, the ultimate PvP tire. Unfortunately, the Terra Surge is going to take that down, but the Immortality Lamp keeps Zhongxi alive long enough. Sunset being zoned in the corner by the Orisa and Mei. Torbjorn just running straight at him. And Team Iris is very split right now.
It's a good way to burn some minutes off that clock, though, to hold this close.
Yeah, very risky play because you can end up losing a lot of cart time, but it actually worked out quite well. They've delayed the cart like another minute. Now they've forced out the window somewhere on the map. Dragoon walking backwards onto the point. He does not care. And actually gets Javelin, so he can't use the Immortality Field. But Hades already getting killed by Zhongxi to make up for it. Here comes the Terra Surge from Sunset. 500% only kills the turret, but it did kill Crow by zoning him into Avalanche's line of sight, and it's like Torrent's just going to be staggered a bit here. Actually, Mei going to be using the Blizzard. Torrent looking to live long enough, kills Zhongxi, but doesn't look like anyone's really found by the Blizzard.
I think the Junkrat honestly might be the difference maker here, because it's like, in the tighter spaces, it's just like, he's just OP.
Yeah. On this third point, like, it's so, like, just this one tight corridor you gotta walk down, so very good for him. Especially with no verticality usage by either team, really. I think Deadeye is gonna fail from Avalanche and trying to throw a nade onto Torrent to hinder him, but here comes Blizzard. Zhongxi gonna be finding too. Yeah, just Not really great ult usage here from War God. Not really finding much. Rally going down. That's 5 ults out. And they still lost the fight. What a shot from Zhongxi. Just flicked a grenade over there and decided it was over. So, not as big a time bank, but that was a pretty dominant performance there at the end from Team Iris.
Yeah. From both teams, on that third point, we saw that they were both like able to steamroll. Once they got that momentum going, they were able to continue it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Hollywood especially is kind of bad about that. Like, you get a good push going, it is really, really hard to stop it. Especially with like ult cycling like we saw from War God was very, very poor. Like, just dumping everything every fight to try and stop this push.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the ultimate cost was too much for them.
Yeah. But no comp changes from either side. They're going to stick with what works, I guess. I mean, the Junkrat change, I think, was very good.
Yeah. It really does make you wonder, though. Will they take this defense any differently?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, despite having successfully won the first fight, like, we didn't see... The second fight wasn't even close, so... They gotta change something about this. I think they need to be willing to play a bit more, like, fluidly. Like, kind of move around the map, like, use the space instead of just standing there and tanking a bunch of damage. Which I get is the point of their comp, but... It doesn't really work at a certain point.
In Overwatch, you want to take the least amount of damage as possible, no matter your HP pool.
Yeah. It's like, just an engagement down main here. Torrent going to be pushed back. Sunset testing that positioning once again, seeing if they're just going to stand still or if they're going to try and move around. Umbrella going down, traded for Bloom. Looks like Zhongxi looking to find another one. Gets Hades, but he's put right in the center of the fight. And very close. Looks like it's a 2-on-2 right now. Now it's just baseline left. Thrown across the map, and yeah, that was a lot closer, but still, Team Iris is going to cap with 1 minute remaining.
I think the Cassidy is able to abuse their wrist a little more, because he can just, like, fire freely.
Yeah.
And the other team, they don't really have that much, like, damage output. Like, raw damage.
Yeah, they're very much reliant on just, like, staying alive long enough to do, like, a collective amount of damage, rather than, like, the Cassidy who can just, like, bang, bang, 3 shots and you're dead.
Right.
And...
Looks like we're gonna have another choke fight.
Yeah, fight right through the choke. Looks like the map is actually flipped. Torrent looking to take out Avalanche, but he's already taken down Torrent's support. Avalanche staying alive through all of this somehow. Looks like the map flip isn't really quite successful. They are going to catch Zhongxi out, but Sunset gets that Suzu to stay alive, taking out Hades. Sunset is excellent. Like, the positioning from him has been really good. Like, great target priority, just staying alive. Here comes the Terra Surge from Torrent. Not going to find anything. Was maybe hoping to get them the C9. 85 HP is going to go down. Terra Surge just for aura, I guess.
This retake is going to be very, very important here. As long as they don't do that, I guess.
Yeah, don't C9. Sunset walks backwards into a nade. He's going to be taken down. Deadeye is slept, gets Suzu to immediately wake him up, but the zoning potential is already lost. Big one-man tire from Zhongxi. Crow is elected not to use his vaulted core and is going to be taken down by the hit scan as he floats in the air, but they've C9'd!
Oh no!
They were trying to chase Torrent, and every member of Team Iris has walked off the point, getting flashbacks to last week where the exact same thing happened. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. You guys had that fight in the bag. What were you doing?
They can't keep getting away with this. Like, come on. Well, War God getting very lucky as the card has stopped. Not even halfway through second point.
They're gonna have to pull out all the stops if they want to hold this.
Yeah. I mean...
3 minutes is rough, too.
They are known for full holding on this map, but that was a while ago, and we definitely did not see that on their first defense.
Stay in sight.
Maybe a miracle will happen, you know? Like, something will happen, and they'll remember.
True.
Like the muscle memory will come
Yeah,
back.
yeah. They'll get like the flashbacks to earlier in the movie when they were just young guns who actually knew how to play the game properly instead of just like standing here. Um, we'll see. I mean, Junkrat is new on the defense for them. Maybe see that, especially you get like just one member of War God trapped and they're just dead. So
Right.
maybe we'll see something with that. I mean, on the flip side though, Junkrat's gonna be a lot more vulnerable than something like the Symmetra or Reaper that have more escape tools.
Right. As long as he like utilizes his utility. Honestly.
Yeah. No trap has been thrown out for Zhongxi yet though. He doesn't want to make this too easy, of course. Looks like Tornizu's going to kind of run right in there. Suzu coming out, trying to prevent some of that burst damage. And Dragoon is already picked. Zhongxi just shooting everything he has into that Mei block. Going to throw a trap down. Tries not to die to Crow. Ends up trapping. I think that was Torin, but it doesn't really matter. Really, really unfortunate fight for Team Iris. Not quite a full hold.
Unfortunate. That was really nice target priority. Honestly.
Yeah.
They took out both the supports first. That's just all you need for the team to go down.
Yeah. I mean, I think they were like, Team Iris was trying to flip the map on them, but they weren't very coordinated, so they just all kind of went in different directions.
Right.
And again, same re-engage at the choke here, as we always see. Sunset being anti right away. He's gonna be taking a lot of damage. Does lose Umbrella for it. And the rest of Team Iris is just kind of AFK down the choke. I'm gonna go down next, and Sunset a little late to the party with that flank.
It's a valiant last stand.
Yeah, and Iris has to get back really fast here. They got a full sprint back, and instead they're just walking in circles in their spawn. It's gonna be very close if they even get a touch. 4 members on the cart for War God to try and maximize that speed, and it doesn't look like Team Iris are gonna be able to touch. Very unfortunate. The C9 cost them 2-1 or 2-0 actually for War God.
That break, I think the break on it was really strong here.
Yeah,
honestly.
Surprisingly. I mean, I guess if you don't use, any other part of the map besides the floor, then Brigon is pretty strong. I mean, not even that Brigon is bad. It's just like, I don't know. You think we play like a more mobile comp on Hollywood, but say we got an awesome Orisa Mirror, which is always entertaining to watch.
Yeah. I did like the Orisa Mirror. I don't know. I think Mei and Tor, it's just a health difference, or the health pool difference.
Yeah.
And that really just shut them down, honestly. And then that extra sustain just came through. And it's like, Baptiste and Kiriko, you don't really have any offensive utility, which is an issue. Because Mei, you can, wall people off. Torbjorn, you have, an extra person shooting for you. But, with just Baptiste, Kiriko, all you can do is, defend your team.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's, an issue with, Lifeweaver. He's just, he doesn't have any offensive capabilities.
Yeah, I mean, you get, your gun, I guess, but... That's kind
Can you even really call it a gun?
Yeah, you got, your hand that shoots thorns. I don't know. But we are going to be going to what could be the final map of this series. 2-0 for War God, and Iris has picked Atlas. This is a good map. I like this map.
I will never ever miss a chance to throw some Lifeweaver shade, bro. That character is so bad. Mercy too, but Mercy has some redeeming qualities this season, I think. Her flash heal being permanent was pretty good. Yeah. But then again, you could just pick a better character.
You could just pick Kiriko, honestly.
Yeah. And Kiriko is just a better version of Moira, so why play Moira if you can just play Kiriko?
Yeah, why ever play any other character than Kiriko? You just if you have meta backline, you win, right?
True.
Well, we're seeing a few changes, actually. Nothing for War God, but Iris trying out the Ramatra and Zenyatta. Maybe just looking for a bit more damage. Going from, more of, an explosive comp. Or, a really slow one. But maybe a bit more sustain with Sunset on Ram. kind of hard to beat the Mei, Torb, Orisa, whatever. But Sunset gonna immediately just be running it down. With Avalanche's help, he takes down 3 members of the team. What a flip from the previous match. This is, like I said, really explosive, just like going straight for those kills.
I think that Zenyatta really helped just put that pressure on them, honestly.
Yeah.
Because with Zenyatta, your only objective is you put your heal orbs on people and then you go kill people. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like with this like just super like high individual damage comp. You're just like looking like pick one target, delete them. Pick another target, delete them. Like they got this down.
Yeah.
Like this is looking a lot stronger for Team Iris right now. But it looks like we have a bit of Mitzi syndrome here as Torin has completely abandoned his team. Gets trapped and stunned, but is going to survive for just a bit. Dragoon is going to go down, so a crucial piece of that puzzle for Team Iris is going to be lost. But it looks like Sunset is able to use that Nemesis form to stay alive. Going to get Torb. That turret is so deadly. But with the Suzu, he does live long enough. I think that's going to be the point, right? Yeah.
I think Ram and Orisa is a really interesting matchup. Just because, like, Ramattra, it's all about the cooldown cycling. Because if Orisa manages to, like, spear you at the right time, then you'll just lose. But if you have your, form, then you can just have more help than there and win.
Yeah, you just block and you live through everything ever. So, is that sleep?
Yeah.
It's like random sleep.
It's the ghosts, bro.
Yeah, must have been the wind. It's like Sunset kind of zoning all of War God, just taking so much poke damage before they even get to the point. Here comes the Terra Surge and the Tire. The Terra Surge is just completely not getting anything, and Torin is all by himself at full HP, walking back. 2 ultis for Iris, but I think it was a pretty worthy trade to capture this point first, especially getting that Terra Surge out, which on control is going to be really deadly.
Yeah.
Torin is kind of pushing really aggressively here. Uses the gold form. What is he doing? I guess you get the Annihilation out early, but he's just going to kind of be deleted here. Here comes the Deadeye. Torin Umbrella dead. Deadeye zones the rest of War God back to point.
I think the Orisa just really doesn't have anything against that, the Discord Orb.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just target priority is your best bet against Zenyatta. Otherwise, he's just gonna murder everybody.
Yeah.
Looks like trying to use that Mei block to force out some of these cooldowns early, but it doesn't matter. Crow, baseline, both DPS already dead. Hades follows. It's just Umbrella. They're just gonna trickle into the point here. See how long they can stagger this, and that is probably gonna be point 1 for Iris, just because of Torin's excellent stagger here. There we go. 2-0. Looks like Iris might just sweep this map. I really like the Ramattra Zen thing that they're doing.
Yeah. This is a fine example of why you should always regroup with your teammates.
Yeah.
Always.
We see it on
You're
this
not the
map
hero.
so much. Like, they just... I don't know. They try in 1v5, and that never works. I don't know.
Yeah. Except for that, the Lucio.
Yeah,
On the Rabasa, yeah.
Yeah, that was peak Overwatch. Just like this. Torrent gonna be running in front of his team to try and die first. Maybe he's running a little challenge with his teammates because it was so easy before. But now they're really struggling to even touch the point right now. Brig uses Rally, but Umbrella actually using their brain and not staggering, just gonna let themselves die. They do have the Nano available, which could be a bit of a lifeline for War God here.
Yeah. I just don't know. I think the front line is too weak against the Zenyatta, honestly. Because they're really utilizing that Discord orb right now. And
Yeah.
It's just causing holes. It's like causing holes to appear, and they can't do much about it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like that, it's such like a strong like frontline comp that War God have that like you just find the one weakness in it, and it just kind of falls over because they have nothing else other than just they have a lot of HP.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be almost an impossible retake. I mean, you're looking at 4 ults here. Nano comes out, but Jiangxi finds 2. Nano Orisa, what can he accomplish? Maybe able to get this Terra Surge. Gonna get Terra Surge. Suzu's used, so no way to protect themselves. They have to walk away. Gonna zone them off the point. Torrent looking to salvage this, but it's just too much. They don't even need trans. They don't need Deadeye. It looks like that might be point for Iris. Boom.
Wow.
Iris puts one on the board. Finally.
I mean, that just goes to show the value of Zenyatta, honestly. Like, looking at the stats here, he's got 903 heals.
Yeah. Barely healing, but the Discord Orb alone. I'd love to see what the damage amplified is on that. Sheesh.
Yeah. It's just so much value. And, like, without a shield, without anything to negate that, you just, like, what do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, nothing you can do against that. Please nerf
Yeah.
Genji. Zen is just doing too much right now.
I do think the Amei and Torb are struggling just because they don't have the access. Like, they don't have the mobility to get into the backline.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of stuck poking out at the team.
Yeah. I mean, I think War God is just like, it's like they're a bunch of silver players playing against bronze. It's like they're not really good. It's just they're slightly better because of the characters they're playing, and they're just like running over Iris. So as soon as Iris actually learns how to play the game and like make a proper comp, then they start winning. Like that wasn't even close. That was a very, very bad 3-0.
Right. I think without barriers, it is a little bit more of a struggle.
True, yeah, no shields except for last match. Everything else was just Orisa v Orisa. Just who can press shift better, I guess.
Yeah. Who has better javelin spin time?
Yeah, most of the time it was like at the exact same time, so they just like bump into each other.
Yeah.
But Esperanza gonna be a bit more of like a brawly map because we never see dive. That would be too interesting. We're just gonna see more Orisa's brawl slop, which is interesting. Seeing Curie Lu with the Reaper over on War God. Looks like they're gonna adjust their comp accordingly for the map this time. Maybe we see the Reaper like we've seen in the past, just kind of like target the Zenyatta, TP behind him, take him out.
Yep. I do
don't
think with the Reaper you're able to negate that because he has a cleanse ability.
Yeah.
So hopefully it works out.
Yeah, maybe play a bit faster too. Try and like counteract the just like high damage of Team Iris just by simply running circles around them.
Right? Again,
But-
the value of speed in this game. People don't understand it.
Yeah. And Discord Orb going onto the Lucio. He goes down. Next is Kiriko down as well. Looks like Reaper was not the solution. It's used his Wraith form over in the corner. AFK. Looks like that's going to be Crow. Baseline next. Team Iris taking the lead.
Barricades moving.
Wow.
What do you even say about that, right? Like, just
The
kind of
Cass and Zen, dude, it's just so deadly. And then Ramatra, like,
Yeah.
who do you shoot? And you have the Kiriko to just, like, Kiriko's super strong here, too, I think. 'Cause she, like, anything you try and do, she just undoes it.
Yeah.
Which is why she's a bad character, Blizzard.
Yeah, please balance this character. Like the omniscient support, you know, just knows everything, can do everything. But it looks like Junkrat already finding a pick. The Reaper is stuck by his maze block, which is gonna just kill both of them. Easy fight. GG's. Keep going. No? Oh, it's really close. I guess you got the Annihilation coming up, but otherwise, I mean, these fights just have not been going on long enough to get any ult charge.
The Zen, wow. It's just, like, deleting, dude.
Yeah. Like, the target
think,
priority, especially, has been really good with the Discord.
Yeah. You would think with the Maywall, you could kind of use that as, like, a shield of sorts, but I
True.
guess not.
Yeah. It's like War God are gonna find the Zen first, but... It's like... it was kind of back and forth there. Using the Annihilation, can Sunset clutch this 1v3? Yeah, he does.
He can.
Sunset's
Aura right there.
crazy. I thought it was kind of a waste, but uses the Annihilation for shield refresh and then just simply lives. War God had used all their cooldowns, had nothing to play against that, so... Very impressive.
Yo, this is kind of just what Ramatra is built to do. He's meant to, like, take these fights and stand there as long as he can to kind of just
Yeah.
be like a grounding rock. I guess.
And Fire bravely goes straight towards Torrent there. Deadeye gonna zone them just a bit. Torrent using this Terra Surge at
Did they
0
catch him?
HP.
Down he goes.
Yeah, not a great play, but I mean, Nemesis form has been forced out of Sunset. They got the Kitsune Rush to get it back. Umbrella gets Dragoon, and then I think Wargod are just gonna try and stall this out until Torrent can get back. Yeah, as Sunset kind of misplays that, takes way too much damage trying to get into the side room here. And
We have a fight win.
yeah, Escanor Kitsune Rush after the fight is over into a wall, but you still got the Blizzard beat Blossom. I mean, beat is gonna be like a big difference maker because you do have trans as well, but like beat just allows you to be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah. It's just like you either follow the center around or the sound wave follows you around, you know?
Yeah, exactly. First bit of
I do
card
think if they can
progress.
beat Blossom here, that's gonna be really, really good.
Yeah, assuming Crow doesn't like just press Q like when he's like 10 feet away from everyone. Wizard's actually gonna come
Fair.
out first on the point. Just gonna keep the bot under the bridge. No team is gonna push forward. Here comes the beat push. Maybe.
Sunset is walled off.
Excellent Blossom actually from Crow. He could have just shot Sunset, but he decides to Aura Farm and use the Blossom instead. Crow gonna be taking down every member of the backline, but never mind. Junkrat kills him. Bloom has just abandoned his teammate. Just walked away. Doesn't even try. There comes the
Alright.
Suzu. Still winnable here for Iris. I mean, had an opening there because they were all low and used their cooldowns, but instead they regrouped. Like 2 people regrouped. And now Bloom 1v1ing Torrent almost wins the 1v1 somehow. But it's like War God is being regrouped here. Got all 5 members back. The push continues. Probably gonna get checkpoint off of this. Still no trans used for Iris.
The neurons are starting to fire.
They're thinking, connecting the dots. Okay, looks like Dragoon's going for the ultimate flank Yada here. Just rushing straight in there,
Wow.
1v1ing Torrent.
Almost.
Doesn't want to use Transcendence to live because that will be cowardly. Looks like Sunset gonna be able to farm this Annihilation to stay alive if he needs to. Gonna end up using it, just wants to confirm this fight. Does not want them to get that checkpoint, but it's too late. Sunset has killed 5, but Tyra was kind of overkill there. But only 2 ults. You still got the Rush, Trans, and the Deadeye coming out. Dragoon maybe one day will press Q. I've heard rumors that he has a Q button on his keyboard. He just prefers not to use it.
He's got an aura farm, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He just flank Yada 1v1 than Orisa. Early Terra Surge coming in here for Wargod. Maybe trying to pick out the Junkrat early. They are successful, and that's a lot of damage on the Sunset. Gonna stagger him quite a bit there. Excellent body block from Torrent. Dragoon just shooting the breeze. There we go.
Dragon is back at
He
it.
is back at it again. Someone stop this man. And Iris is getting quite staggered here as Avalanche looks a little lost. Probably alt-tab to type a quick message to his teammate. And yeah, that's gonna be checkpoint here for Wargod. Maybe gonna get close to overtaking Team Iris if they aren't careful here. They've got the Blossom, they've got Beat, Rush, Blizzard, going up against Rush, Trans, Deadeye. So it's like pretty even trades are gonna come out here, I think, ultimate-wise.
Yeah. It's actually crazy that they've like both come back to normal, honestly.
Yeah, it's like
that's actually
equalized.
even.
Yeah. Where's Deadeye? Just clicking on zone. Avalanche, some suspicious
Around the corner.
aiming. But he does zone them back. Umbrella going down first. That's going to be no Kitsune Rush for Wargod. Speaking of which, Kitsune Rush comes out for Team Iris. Looks like they're just going to... Ooh! Unfortunate use of Blizzard there. They had to trade one ultimate, right? Like, they just want to make it fair.
Alright.
That's wrong.
Still no trans.
Yeah, no trans. The Iris uses what the Deadeye and Rush, but no trans. I mean, they didn't need it, so Dragoon's like, we can just save
True.
it for another fight. You gotta get the perfect 5-man trans.
True.
May saving it for that Blossom. Here comes the Rush. Finally, random Blossom just to zone under the bridge, I guess. Looks like Nemesis form is gonna come out. There's the Transcendence.
Yep.
absolutely
What-
no
what
reason
a
to use
chance.
it. Beat in response. Beat's gonna come out later, which means that War God should just have this fight. Bloom is trapped between a Kiriko and an Ice Walk. What a classic situation. And Sunset is gonna pop Annihilation and Terror Surge in response. What is happening right now? Oh my god. Absolute toilet bowl going on right now. The likes of which have not been seen since Peps versus DSG. This is disgraceful.
I can't get over that. What the heck?
Yeah, well, he held trans all game and then just uses it after his team retreats. What a... You can't make this up. Dragoon just playing 5D chess here. As here comes a re-engage with no ults for either side. Sunset going to be looking to get some early damage on the Hades, prevent him from farming the beat. Sunset, Horn actually going to be pushing Sunset back. Going to be taking a lot of damage even with that gold form, while coming out to protect baseline for about 2 seconds. And Quick Team Iris is going to win the fight. Going to be building that trend. Somehow he's already at 70%. I don't know
It's
how
that
that
new perk system, honestly, or not the perks, but like the rolls.
Oh
where they
yeah,
just
that's
add, like,
right.
the extra ultimate
Bro
charge.
is
It's
just
so broken.
farming ult charge to never use it. And a truly masterful play at match point here. Definitely risks he should be taking. Here comes the tire from...
Up.
Oh,
It's going up.
from maybe up,
Maybe
maybe
over?
down? Where is it coming from? From the stairs at some point this century. Okay, he found this way. He blows up midair. Excellent jump rat fire. And the rest of
Breaks the
Team
glass.
Iris is just like kited back. We're fighting under this bridge. Dragoon has his finger hovering over Q. Both teams are just in neutral. Umbrella is trapped, but Avalanche doesn't want to kill him because that wouldn't be fair. Waits for the TP to miss his Deadeye shot on absolutely everybody. Looks like some members of Team Iris briefly took high ground here. Looks like Umbrella's going to go out. Torrent has that Discord orb, which is basically a death sentence. As Crow just kind of like saying hi, giving some high five. Immediately Blossom jaxes. But you try the Kitsune rush for it, and...
Wait, so we're farming.
Wait. The wall
Wait.
is going to actually let them get the touch. Blizzard comes
Oh,
out.
no
This
way!
could be big.
Wait.
3
Oh, no
members
way.
of Team Iris are
Four!
frozen, but
That's
baseline
four!
is he's ruining his
Holy
line of sight.
no,
He's
man.
juked himself out. No one takes damage on Team Iris. He's stalled for just a bit. Hades going down 99% to beat, reminiscent of his
Holy touch.
inspiration FD God. Thorn is just gonna fall over right away, but actually no, he gets the Terror Surge for the armor refresh, but it's not gonna be enough. Sunset's gonna punch right through that javelin spin, and it looks like Team Iris has somehow put this up 2-2.
That's crazy.
I
What
don't know
a
what just
match.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't think we've
Dude.
seen a match that chaotic in a long
Yeah.
time.
That is crazy. That May, dude, it just adds like that extra level.
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
uh,
It's just like it makes the fight so long, like
yeah.
for no reason. Oh my gosh.
That
Well,
Blizzard was really, really good though at the very end.
it was, if he had not, he kept juking himself out on the bot. Like he kept like shooting the bot as he was strafing. It was so stupid. He could have killed 3. Oh my gosh. What? Here we go. We're going to Junkertown next. Thoughts on Junkertown? It's very
It's
divisive
okay.
map.
It's okay. I think when people learn to play it properly, it'll be good. But, you
Yeah.
know, that'll never
Like, it's
happen.
like when? It's been like, what? 7 years since that map has come out? Like, one day, surely one day, people will learn how this map works. This
But
is,
until then, we are here.
yeah, we're
The
here
current
with...
state of Overwatch.
We're gonna see some great Overwatch here, I bet. This was actually the first map I ever put time into like learning.
Damn.
I was like, I don't know why I picked this one. I was just like, I think I maybe like won a lot on this map that season or something. So I was like, I'm gonna learn how this map works, like the positioning and stuff.
Right.
So,
I think my very first map I learned was New Queen Street. As funny as that sounds. 'Cause I didn't start taking Overwatch seriously until about last year.
yeah, same. Yeah, I think like I don't know. It's like the maps that like people don't play a lot. I feel like are just like the more interesting because like Junkertown is really weird, and so is New Queen Street. Like they're both like very open,
Yeah.
and just force you to play very differently. You have to like think about it. Unlike these bots, who are just sitting AFK on the cart. This is gonna be an absolute bloodbath. This Crow uses his Wraith form almost immediately. Hades first dead. You become the Lep of the bot league. Umbrella going down next. Torn has traded Dragoon. That's going to be that Zenyatta Discord Orb down, but it doesn't matter. Somehow, by standing on the cart, Iris have won the first fight.
Crazy fight, honestly. It's
Yeah.
always surprising to me that like they're able to sustain themselves like out at the spawn.
Yeah, like they hold this for a long time. And Hades dead first. Just to confirm my left dead theory about him. Torrent is going to be going to the Mega. Can't quite make it. Excellent aim there from Zhongxi hitting Umbrella. Crow's going to trade Sunset, which actually could be quite big. It's a long way back from spawn for the defenders.
I mean, eventually something's gonna give, right?
Right, like... Torrent is going to be dying first. Loses
All
that
you have
tank
to do
advantage
is
they could
sit
have
in
had.
spawn and shoot at them, you know?
I mean, you could. Or you could just run a straight line, get Discord Orb. Zhongxi is going to stand right next to this Maywall. If I can't see you, you can't see me. Except that's not true because Crow shoots him around the corner. That's going to be some cart progress finally for War God.
One of these players have their headphones on.
I actually do wonder if they react to sound at all. I've never thought about that. I doubt it, but... I've noticed also significantly less spinnies, which is very sad. They used to spin around. Oh, never mind. Baseline has just started spinning. Okay. But they used to spin like 24/7 whenever they weren't shooting. Sunset, in the finest Mitzi tradition, has walked away from his team. Blossom gonna catch two. Terrasurge gonna zone the rest over to the the weird car wall thing here. Zhongxi stands AFK, maybe looking to reset. Never mind. There's gonna be Annihilation invested here for Team Iris. Sunset being kept up by his Kiriko, but he's forced into the small room. Might use Mega to sustain himself a bit while he defends the checkpoint, or he can just put a shield on the cart. Messes up the freaking Vortex too. Has Nemesis just a little bit longer, but he doesn't know how to block. Bloom has somehow survived all this, and it's still keeping Sunset up. No one knows how to shoot the supports in this game. Finally, Baseline has picked Bloom, but maybe Sunset has survived long enough for his team to get back. They have some ults ready. If they can get that tire out, could be big. Here comes the Deadeye, but the Blizzard might freeze him. He kills Torrent.
Huge!
The tire freezes Zhongxi. What's happening? They're all just like frozen. Okay, Baseline dies. He doesn't even try and escape. And miraculously, Sunset did end up stalling long enough for his team to use their ults and retake the point.
Yep.
1 minute left. This is looking bad for War God.
I do think the Ramattra is like enabling that playstyle where you can just kind of walk forward and do whatever you want, just because
Yeah.
he's so tanky.
Yeah, so
And,
many
like, able
cooldowns to
sustain this
cycle
long.
to keep yourself alive.
I really like that they like make unique characters like that still though.
Yeah,
Unlike the DPS genre, which is just shooter, shooter, shooter.
they all
You
have
know.
different rifles. B and Rush are going to be invested for War God, and Trans is going to come out from Dragoon. Hits absolutely nobody, not even the tank, who's 1 HP. Baseline finds one, but quickly traded by Avalanche. Torrent is dead. Maybe Crow can salvage this, or he can just stand there and die. We'll see which one he picks. Actually uses Wraith form long enough. Gonna re-peek this angle. Thinks this is Counter-Strike. Unfortunately, it is not, and Avalanche has a better gun. That's going to be 20 seconds left. Looks like they are going to be able to touch the point, and you got this Terra Surge, so this potentially could be big.
Ooh,
He catches
wait.
3 with it, 1 teleports away, going to take a lot of damage, but it's worth it. He kills Avalanche, going to get full HP, maybe. Sunset's going to try and deny that healing. Only Hades healing him right now. Yeah, Annihilation's going to finish off Torrent as the rest of War God is over by the car wall. I still can't come up with a name for it. Looks like Sunset split the members of War God. Crow is trapped. Ice block to stall, but it's not going to be enough. Sunset walks into a wall. There we go. Maybe? Okay. Baseline dies. Yeah, not even first point cap for War God.
Wow.
This could be winnable for Iris. I mean, I don't see a way they fumble this, right? Surely. Surely they don't fumble this.
It really makes you wonder, like, the Zenyatta is so good. And, like,
Yeah.
they don't have an answer for this Ramattra.
Yeah.
Sure, you can slow him down, but he's just so, like, tanky that he can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I do wonder if Like, because we still have
Like,
one more
even with
match
that
after
Reaper,
this.
there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah. Like, I think partially it's like the Reaper just doesn't really target the Zen by trying to like TP on him. So like, if because of that, does that mean like Zen is gonna be like one of the new meta supports that we see? Because like it seems to be pretty oppressive right now.
Yeah. He's also oppressive in like on the ladder and stuff too.
True.
Just because like the Discord buff, it's so good.
Yeah.
You rob any trains in your day?
Yeah. No changes for either side. They're gonna stick with the Kiryu on defense. Not what I would do, but I'm not a bot, so who knows what they're thinking right now.
I mean, it is meta backline, you know. You
Yep,
gotta
meta
run it.
backline. I mean, surely they don't lose with meta backline. That could never happen. I like how that's like an inside joke. Nobody watching this will ever understand. There's like 4 people in the world who would understand that joke. We just keep making it every single stream. It's great. Dragoon is gonna die first, doesn't get the benefit of that Suzu. Sunset just brawling with Orisa in the finest brawl slot tradition of none of them taking any damage. She just effectively just traded support ult charge, I guess. Baseline hitting some really nice shots on the Sunset though, is gonna kill him. First fight, one on the cart, as we saw with the Team Iris's defense. What's the move here for Iris? Gonna look for the side route, it looks like. Yeah, Avalanche doing a couple quick spinnies, looking at the scenery first. Shang-Chi going down, that's a really important pick. But if Torrent can live, it's worth it. Torrent is gonna sit here at 23 HP. No one can shoot him. No one knows how to press S or A on their keyboard. They can only go forward into a wall. Shang-Chi gonna be jumping right back into the fray. Is probably gonna be immediately killed. Who would have saw that coming? And Workout is doing surprisingly well here. Avalanche looking for this cheeky little flank. Gonna nade Crow, but it's a bit too lazy. Pops the Wraith form and is just gonna walk straight into the cart into 5 people and die. Dragoon thinks he's a tank for some reason. Just sits there AFK. Bloom actually does get Hades. So that's gonna be denying that beat ult charge. So opportunity here. Window of opportunity for Iris. He really hates that Zenyatta. Holy. Solo ults Zenyatta. Finishes Avalanche off, but Torn is taking so much damage trying to kill the Zenyatta. Here comes the Tire. Goes into the Mei block. Tire does not blow up Mei block. I don't know if you guys know that. Sunset can use Annihilation to survive this really exciting 1v1 with the Mei. And there we go. Gonna be final fight
What a
territory.
fight.
Yeah, that was interesting. Very back and forth. And crucially here, because Lucio Hades died so early, he does not have beat yet, so could be a bit of a problem here.
Oh, especially with the like Kitsune being gone. That's gonna be pretty rough, honestly.
You got Blizzard Blossom, that's all they got. But I mean, those are pretty good ults to just stall for time, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Here comes the Deadeye. Ooh, he's locking on it too. He shoots it early. Why does he shoot it early? Hades is still gonna die. No more beat charge for him. Lep dead. Theory is confirmed for Hades. Crow is going to get Avalanche, but it's just a bit too late. The Blizzard didn't hit where it needed to, and the rest of War God's going to walk off point. Team Iris is going to take the series 3-2. What a reverse sweep from them.
That's crazy.
This has just
You know-
been only reverse sweeps. I
Yeah.
don't understand it.
I think that first like initial push where they all were trickling out of spawn was really detrimental for them. But once they got together, put their heads together, they figured it out, and that
Yeah.
ultimately just caused them to win.
Yeah, I mean, we see this all the time in bot league, right? Where it's like, once they figure out the comp that works, they're fine. It just takes them a while to like get going and like get the comp working properly.
Right.
So yeah, glad they were able to figure it out eventually. We can take a quick look at the bracket here and see where they're standing. There we go. So as you can see, Team Iris has moved on in a 3-2 reverse sweep. Very funny matches. And we are going to take a short break before we come back to Inner Fire versus Salty Ramen, which should be the last series of the first round of this tournament. So don't go anywhere. if this
That
pick
would
puts
be big.
anything.
Pablo might be dead here if he can't back up.
Oh, Wi-Fi caught out. Don Pablo immediately going down after. EAC is looking great today. Shield one from B12, but that shield's a lot harder to time. And a big anti there. And they are all just immediately
Already have
low health. This is gonna be
Everyone's
easy cleanup here.
2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills. Smurf takes out E10 in the process. What did
Yeah, Torb was an interesting pick. You saw how strong turrets can be in these kinds of competitions. Able to shield while he gets healed up.
Step back a bit. But Dambot pulls off the bio. Disastrous first push.
Oh, this is the javelin.
But Smurf missed Gracie as well.
Yeah, I got that
Fair
Discord
fight
orb.
there.
Not looking good.
Ooh! There's no
D10
way.
with the
Blue
Reaper.
pulled off that first fight flawlessly. D10 sitting back as you do, picking him off. Pop, 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 gone. EAC and I believe that is Diamond 1 sit alone. But tank down. He's sticking back a bit more. He's got the range. He doesn't need to be on point, but he does it just to be an absolute meat shield.
And Pixel Pride gonna punish that. Oh!
Ooh!
Guys in the back line targeting Diamond 1. He's getting shot from behind. Oh, but he gets Diamond 1.
Nasty quick punches there. Ooh, Diamond 1 out. Dambot out, no support.
Look at Don. Oh, almost wins the fight. EAC is the only one left standing. That was much closer than I thought it was gonna be.
As soon as possible.
Yeah. There's the Dragon Blade.
Well,
Oh, what a nice charge from Smurf there.
Smurf went for it.
And that was so risky too, because he had fallen. The fight could have gone very different with just pure mechanical skill here from Hobo. And dang, nice rock on the Corgi.
See if it can follow up with a kill though. That's where it matters.
Probiotic focus down by Kilo.
Friday almost full. Goes for the Friday half. And they're pushed away from the objective now. Top 501 already half health.
And there goes Avalanche.
Goes for a charge. Avalanche down. Dragoon down to Nada.
There goes Bloom.
Bloom and Jiangxi down. Could definitely turn things around here. There's
It's the Javelin.
the other one.
Are they gonna use the Terra
Damage
Surge?
Damage boost. There we go. Dragoon pops this as well. There's Terra Surge. 2 downs with Terra Surge. Bloom takes out top 501. Dragoon takes Strange Barrel. Sunset melees Necro.
Necro's very far out of position though. There's the Shatter.
Shatter.
Big Shatter. And there's the High Noon.
Steve Bloom.
Gets a triple
Hey.
kill.
Nice. And Necro gets a boop on Sunset.
Nice shot by Sparkplug. That Deadeye. Huge there.
Just by pressing Q. And there's Terra Surge, finally! We've waited the whole game for this, and it takes 1. But Jiangxi capitalizes with Death Blossom to take another. Sunset finishes off Nada and Necro. Jiangxi takes Sparkplug, and it looks like they take here.
The
You
Terra
just
Surge.
got caught up so much in trying to get the enemy off the point. You removed yourself from the point like that! Damage window out.
And the
damage.
Kitsune.
What a combo!
Using Zhong
So
Qingbao.
TPS plays out. Yeah, anti on Shanky, Warped, and Harbinger. Shanky is forced to back off. Low health.
Big Terra
There's
Surge there from
Rally,
Nocturnal.
There's Terra Surge.
Double
Bam.
kill.
Warped synchronize out. But now they have to at least hold it for a second while the bot is stationary. Shanky is holding out. Nocturnal is low. There's a big invuln field for a moment. Transcendence is out. Arden drops. How do you win this? There goes everyone. Disconnect. Loses that team fight.
Cleans up. Going with Malva Bastion. Trying to mirror Warp.
Junkrat.
I think the Junkrat has worked out pretty well. Result Chaotic is nice picks. But doesn't mean much when you have Nocturnal jumping into the hole. Oh, he's whip shot in.
Clogged by Synchronize.
And there's the death
There we
blossom.
go.
Big death blossom
Awesome.
from D12.
Oh. Top loop. Back to ride.
There it goes. Gets Volpe all by himself too. Fucking just in a weird position. Might get Conjurer.
Oh, Conjurer. It's 3 times on this map. Conjurer has gone down.
But still, a lot of damage on this map. I don't think he'll be able to survive this. Despite Pixel Predator's best effort.
The Traumatas. Ults can be so good, but usually they're better off than they
Pixel Pred against Corgi.
Team's almost entirely wiped out.
Corgi is brutal.
No more worrying about antis at least.
True, yeah.
Fight back and forth here.
And it works.
So look at Cheaters is gonna go down now.
Yeah.
Smurf has to back off. Oh, caught the javelin there.
Here's the Terra Surge, but the Transcendence is out of position.
Oh, got a ult. Got Sword and Kitsune Rush. Lucio might immediately go to drop a beat here, because it is tough. They pull through though. 15 seconds left.
Here's the
Still got
dragon.
beat.
Oh, but the dragon.
Kitsune Rush insta-popped. Double insta-pop on Kitsune Rush. You've got Transcendence to counter. And here we see Smurf finally finish it off. Reaper does have Death Blossom still though, but that is it. Oh,
See if this
that
pick
could be
puts
big.
anything.
Pablo might be dead here if he can't back off.
Oh, Wi-Fi caught out. Don Pablo immediately going down after. EAC is looking great today. Shield one from D12, but that shield's a lot harder to time. And a big anti there. And they are all just immediately
Already half.
low health. This is gonna be
Everyone's
easy cleanup here.
2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills. Smurf takes out E10 in the process. What did
Yeah, the Torb is an interesting pick. You saw how strong turrets can be in these kinds of competitions. Able to shield while he gets healed up.
Step back a bit. But Dambot pulled off the bio. Disastrous first push.
Oh, and this is the javelin.
But Smurf missed Gracie as well.
Yeah, I got that
Fair
Discord
fight there.
orb. Not looking good.
Ooh! There's no
D10
way.
with the
Blue
Reaper.
pulled off that first fight flawlessly. D10 sitting back as you do, picking him off. Pop, 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 gone. EAC and I believe that is Diamond 1 sit alone. But tank down. He's sticking back a bit more. He's got the range. He doesn't need to be on point, but he does it just to be an absolute meat shield.
And Pixel Pred gonna punish that. Oh!
Ooh!
Guys in the backline targeting Diamond. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Overwatch Bot League. We are back ready for some really exciting matches. We just had an absolute cinema of a series just now. It was something.
Was so good.
And we're gonna be continuing that series. Take a look at the bracket here. As you can see, Team Iris beat War God. That was a 3-2 reverse sweep. And next we're gonna have Inner Fire versus Salty Ramen. And I'm curious to see what happens here because I'm imagining the teams are gonna be watching the last match, kind of seeing what worked and what didn't. So I guess we'll see. We're going to Samoa though. Does anyone like this map? I don't know.
For me, honestly, with this map, I originally hated it mostly because I don't like learning new things on this game, honestly. But
Yeah.
like, it's grown on me because it is genuinely a really well thought out map, I think.
Yeah, it feels like a very it just feels like a very player friendly map, I guess. Like compared to something like Oasis, which is just like has the worst geometry and like unfun geometry ever, and then you have this which is like, oh, it's like these nice like open spaces and corridors. I don't know, just it feels like a Halo map almost. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's supposed to be like Samoa. I guess instead of a volcano. I never noticed that.
Really?
Yeah, if you go out and look up, you can see the volcano clearly.
Yeah.
honestly reminds me of Ocarina of Time, like inside Death Mountain Crater. It's
Oh
great.
yeah.
Like if it's like modern, or I guess neo
I
modern.
mean, Alga's basically like a Goron, right? Like
Yeah,
but, like, the
basically.
rock people. So
Or
it's
rock
like
people. If you were made of rocks, you would be exactly that.
you like do a Malga Venture crossover.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Like Symphony is gonna be taking out Pinocchio there, using that bleed to sustain. Lotus Core finding 2. Yeah, pretty clean fight there. Looks like Inner Fire just simply had better positioning and better cooldown usage, honestly. Just using the
Yep.
cooldowns one by one instead of like all at once is a very advanced play that you see here in the bot league. So
I think that extra Junker Queen sustain really helps out in their fights,
yeah,
or really will help out.
yeah. Mitoki running it straight down on Sombra. Looks like he is gonna hack the Genji, I think that is. Yeah, gonna hack the Genji, but it doesn't really matter as the fight's basically already over. 30%
Yep.
for Inner Fire.
I think the Zenyatta Discord and then the Lifesteal is going to be a really deadly combo, even with Bubbles.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Zenyatta has been very impressive this season. So curious to see
Better
if
than
anyone.
Meta backline?
I mean, yeah, it might be the meta backline of the bot league, just unlosable. Pinocchio gonna be using his first bubble, get about 30 charge here, gonna use the second one already to sustain, gonna be relying on that Suzu, trying to take down Honeydew, but it's just not happening. Pinocchio is gonna go down. Your dad just cutting through them all. Transcendence used a little bit prematurely there, though.
Unfortunately, couldn't save the Kirika.
Yeah, a bit too late. So, I mean, you're still pretty happy with this. You got 70% and still no ults online for Salty Ramen. Gonna be re-engaging without Kitsune Rush.
I do think the Sojourn is just super duper oppressive here. And then the Genji is just basically getting away with murder.
Yeah,
Honestly.
Ken's able to do what he wants. Simply aura farms on NX Pulse there. And Kitsune Rush gonna be coming out. Toy looking to just try and, I don't know, live against the Junker Queen one-on-one. Symphony is gonna go down right afterwards. So 91%, you're pretty happy with that, especially when you got 3 ultimates ready compared to Salty Ramen's 1.
Yeah. That blade on the Lucio, man. Just gotta give him a little scare.
Staring at him with it, like, oh, I could kill you, but I won't. Here comes the rampage
That was
from
really good
Symphony.
Suzu.
Yeah, excellent Suzu. Gonna kill Origami Heart. Grav isn't really gonna catch enough. Pinocchio dying. And might be it.
Was that grab deflected?
Oh, was it?
I think it was. Wait, I think, yeah, Zarya was caught in it.
Okay, I was kind of confused, but I don't question the bots. Koi does get the touch. Solo EMP onto the Genji, but he's still gonna kill NX Pulse. Going in, looking for Origami Heart, gets a bubble, but decides not to touch. He's just gonna TP out. Gotta save the KD where you can.
True.
And 100 to 30, pretty dominant performance here. I mean,
I think some mitigation for that Sojourn would be really beneficial here. Cause Zarya, like, she's good against certain comps, but recently with like all the new additions of all the characters, she's just become less and less strong. Cause
Yeah.
her bubbles are like mini shields. They don't really do that much though.
yeah, I feel like, I don't know, Zarya's very oppressive in like specific scenarios. I mean, like, you get like Vendetta Zarya, right? Is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think the bots are just coordinated enough. A lot of the times we see them just using both bubbles right away. So while the potential
Yeah.
is there, it's just really not utilized to its full potential.
I consider Zarya more of like an enabler, honestly. Like she's there
Yeah.
to support your team,
Yeah.
not like not be the initial pusher. Like she can be like the anchor of the team.
Right. Yeah. It's like with that Lucio, Salty Ramen are gonna get there first. Yeah, Dad just going right in there. It's like the Bastion swap here for Salty Ramen might be pretty good. Especially with the Sombra combo. Be quite deadly.
Yeah.
9 Divide, it's caught in the back. Honeydew gonna go down next, and Salty Ramen looking pretty good. They sort of figured it out. They woke up.
I think that Lucio speed definitely helped, and then like having something to just kind of match the Sojourn in terms of output is
Yeah.
gonna be really beneficial for them.
Yeah, for sure. I think, I mean, Yeah, Sojourn Genji is a pretty good combo, especially with like some of the more macro level plays you can make. Like zoning people into the Genji, for instance. So we'll see what they can do with it. They might just run it down instead. That's a bit easier. Honeydew's gonna go down right away to the Bastion. Symphony gonna try and engage, but is caught with the hack. It's gonna be really rough for him to try and survive this engage with that Bastion, having no cooldowns available. It's gonna go right down again. 40%?
That Bastion is just shredding them.
Yeah, that's like kind of someone needs to be contested, especially when you have Soj, Genjis, and Yada. I feel like that should be fairly easy to take down, but they're just kind of struggling to find them.
Yeah. Man. I think it's just like a lack of cover usage, honestly, here.
Yeah.
Like, without barriers, they're just gonna fall apart.
Yeah. Kind of a common issue, or common theme we've seen. Is Bubble gonna be used on Lucio? Get him out of that, little thing that Sojourn does. I can't remember the name right now. But here comes the artillery strike. Looks like it's gonna be targeted at the Lucio, but he's gonna get away. Bubble coming in. And try and take out Symphony here as he just kind of walks into the middle of the team. Lotus Core is taking out one. Maybe Rush coming out. Saltyron wants to confirm this fight, which might just win them the point. Like,
Wow, even with that wrap, it's just like they fall apart. That's
yeah,
crazy.
just can't execute the kill, unfortunately. And looks like Touch will not be coming in. It's gonna be so close. It's gonna be no. Symphony decides
He went the wrong way.
to go the other way. Can't quite touch. And yeah, there we go. That's gonna be 1-1.
Maybe they found the solution for Zenyatta. Just to make sure your team,
True.
like, because the lack of heals really does make a difference. Like, if you don't have any sustain through the Bastion, and you're just like looking at him,
Yeah.
like, what do you do?
What is the solution to that? Yeah, so curious if they're gonna switch it up at all. Like, cause I feel like it's like, I don't know. It's not bad. Like, Enter Fire definitely had something going in the first round, but like at this, they make a one change. You switch to Bastion, it just all falls apart. Really.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on here, but looks like we're gonna see a swap on the Malga in that piece. So just the classic sustain choices, right?
Yeah. Oh man. Malga and Baptiste have some pretty interesting lore that I'd honestly love to see more of.
True.
If you guys are lore fans.
On Samoa too, being lore
True?
accurate Overwatch right now. It's like Symphony is gonna do his finest Malga impression and just charge absolutely nowhere. Koi's gonna actually kill Honeydew before he can even get the immortality field out. It's like Lotus Core trying to get NX Pulse, just can't really find him. Symphony gonna use that cardiac overdrive to try and stagger himself, and he is successful. First point flip going over to Salty Ramen.
I think the geography of this map really is unique, honestly. Like, the low ground is featured on Busan, but it's just like, it's more symmetrical than Busan is, honestly.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna say the same thing. Like, Busan is like very similar to this, like mecha based, in that like the main point is lower than the rest of the map, which I think just makes for some really interesting interactions.
Yeah. This part does have like a tunnel, I guess, is what you can call it.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
And looks like Koi is just shredding absolutely everybody right now. Undead's gonna get hacked, doesn't have that deflect to fight against the Bastion. Nynavai going next. Koi is gonna go down to the Sojourn eventually. And Summers is gonna abandon the fight there. He got his pick and he's just gonna hop right back out. So close fight, but Enter Fire is going to be taking this back. Malga looking like the right choice just to try and sustain through that Bastion damage, but has to be careful with this hack. But Mitoki could be a rough stagger, especially at 67% ult charge, because it's getting close to the EMP.
Yeah.
Oh no, the staggering has begun. But actually, Lotus Core does go down for it, so almost worth it, but not quite. Origami Heart, next one the stagger. Just keep it coming. Keep him coming down the assembly line of staggering right now.
Unfortunately, snowballing is just so like deadly in this game for the bots, especially.
Yeah, it's very like. I mean, the whole game revolves around objective, sure, but also around time, right? Like time is the key factor. It's not about kills or anything. It's just you have a certain amount of time. So when you waste it, just like going in one by one and dying, especially with things like ult charge, like giving them more charge to heal with. Koi does have this artillery strike, looking maybe to use it. Mauga's just kind of... Oh, actually, Mauga charges him, gets the Suzu for Koi to stop the initial damage, but he might go down here while he does the artillery strike. Looks like he will. Looks like the overclock is coming out here with the EMP. Rose Core misses a shot.
Groundbreaking, actually. Nice, get on point.
Yeah, there we go. That was a bit of a back and forth. I think the EMP was the right idea.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I don't.
I do think
attack
an interesting way to use a cage. You use it just kind of as a barrier for yourself, and like they don't really want to walk into it, so you just use that.
Yeah, free shield. And looks like Inner Fire might just win this. Beat, rush, and grab available for Salty Roman. Can they make the touch? They just have to touch point for 1 second. There's the grab. It hits 3. Immortality Field comes out to clutch and keep them alive, and Pinocchio's gonna go down. And X-Pulse is next. Togi is soon to follow. Wow. What a nice last effort there.
Yeah.
At least they touched the point, you know? That's all you can ask
At least they touched. Yeah, we don't see that very often in these games. It is like the paths are so strange. It's almost like
the pathing is like non-existent. But yeah, excellent stuff there from Inner Fire. Kind of taken aback, you know, a bit of a rough start, but they eventually did figure out the comp that they wanted to play.
Yeah, I think the Mauga does just kind of like melt the team, because Bastion, like, you can kind of just like go to toe to toe with that with that character. Because they output, I think, the same amount of damage at least. Like, if you put a Mauga in front of a Bastion and then you activate your like the cardiac arrest or whatever, that's like basically the same.
Yeah. It's cardiac overdrive is one of those like interesting abilities in the game, because it just allows you to sustain through almost anything. It's similar to like Ramattra block, except this one actually heals you. And it provides a damage reduction to your team as well, which is really important during some of these fights.
I do like that they're giving more tanks like team sustain options. Like they added that to Wrecking Ball as well.
Yeah.
Like the shield, like give shield to teammates.
And
Midtown is a very, very interesting map. So this map came out before I went to New York, and when I went to New York, I was very, very shocked by how like this, like, I guess the district like that this was based off is to the actual like train station and everything.
Oh wow, is it like actually like, look the same?
So the outside is kind of just like miscellaneous, it's like whatever, this looks like New York, yada yada yada. But when you get to the train station, it looks the exact same. Like you have the Grand Terminal, or Grand Central Terminal, and then like you go inside, there's a thing in the middle, and like you can walk around on the like balconies and stuff. It's pretty interesting.
Interesting. Was Winton Overwatch there?
Winton Overwatch was there. It was me.
Wow. Oh, okay. You were Winton Overwatch. It's like, Inner Fire doing their best to just stay on the point, and Pinocchio's gonna just rush ahead first, gonna try and get those cooldowns out. Here comes a charge from the Mauga. Honeydude's already down, doesn't even get to use the Immortality Field. Pinocchio's still alive on a sliver of health, and Symphony is just kind of pushed off the point, forced to take all of this damage, and that's instantly a cap for Salty Roman here. Very quick execute.
Yeah. I think this under the bridge part, people tend to just like they're scared of it. You know, people don't want to push through it. But this fire trick creates like a unique situation where you have 2 chokes, but it doesn't feel like 2 chokes, so it's a little psychological there.
Yeah, this has got to be like one of the scariest maps to play on, like hybrid wise, because you can just waste so much time in these like weird chokes. But it looks like it's going to be Immortality Field, keeping 4 members of Inner Fire alive. 9 just going to walk out of it and die, though. Symphony using the Cardiac Overdrive to try and survive, but he's blocked between Zarya and Bastion. Oh, very brutal there. I mean, the push keeps going. This is, once again, we're seeing on these hybrid maps, it seems like it's like really one-sided for the attackers.
I wonder if it's just like because it is so streamlined, like it's impossible to have the defense set up before they're ready.
Yeah, I think the bots, I mean, we have seen a few times where it works out, but I think it's very like comp dependent. And both these comps are just good at brawling, so the attackers are naturally going to win because of positioning advantage. Symphony's gonna get hacked right away. I mean, runs into 2 bubbles. What does he expect to happen here? Gonna try and run down this Bastion in turret form, but he's gonna activate his artillery strike. He actually ends up dying. Doesn't get the trade, but Mean Toki gets it for him. Like NX Pulse just running it down. Symphony has actually successfully gained a position on the cart. Kitsune Rush coming in a very awkward spot there. Lotus Core.
Horizontal rush.
Yeah, the rare horizontal rush, giving value to like people for 2 seconds when they walk past it. Lotus Core gonna go down, puts Symphony at a disadvantage, but it's not unwinnable for him. It's just a 2v1. He's got Cardiac Overdrive. Is gonna use the cage there. Oh, Inner Fires. They've come out a bit late. They didn't follow up on their Malgo when he caged, so unfortunately, just not gonna capitalize on that positioning and zoning advantage that they had.
Ooh.
Oh, this is very, very tragic old domino there.
I do like for the initial push, they snowballed their ultimates like just right for them to continue that momentum.
Yeah, yeah, and then they just randomly beat and overclock.
Yeah.
But maybe we get a huge blade from our Genji here. Maybe we see Ya Dead just kill 4 people. MVP, Player of the Year. Runs in, gets hacked. Has to use deflect early. Is gonna kill NX Pulse with it. Uses the blade. Wants to continue this momentum. Backs up. Doesn't want to get killed by the beam from Pinocchio. Kills him. A 1-man blade. But if I'm being honest, he did open up that fight. So good retake.
True. I think the Sojourner is gonna dominate a little more on this 3rd point, just because she can like stand wherever and she doesn't have fall off. And this point is our 3rd point is very like long.
Yeah.
Something I've noticed.
Very long open sight line for Hitscan to shoot down. Looks like a lot of trades coming out right now. Looks like Your Dead is gonna get the deflect kill on the Koi. Pinocchio is just gonna be staggered a little bit here. Isn't gonna quite die to the burn damage. He's just barely at 100 HP. Is gonna go back in and die to stagger more. But they got almost 4 minutes, so not a huge deal.
Yeah. Famous last words.
True.
You know, as much as I dislike this map, I think it's mostly because people don't play it correctly. Because I feel like there's a very specific way it's intended, but people don't understand that, so it's just not very enjoyable.
Yeah, if you watch this map in pro play, it is very different than what you'll see in your average ranked game. Oh, random grenade kill for going on to 9 Divide. Looks like we are gonna see the artillery strike come out here. Ya Dead just dashes right into it. Unfortunate time to start spectating him. And Lotus Core holds the rail. Doesn't quite kill Koi or Mitoki. Symphony unfortunately getting shot by too many people. Not going to be enough time to kill Koi with the Cardiac Overdrive. 3 minutes.
Yeah. They're finally able to swing that corner, but this last push is very, very difficult, honestly.
Yeah, it's just you're completely out in the open. Just people come at you from 3 different sides. Instead, Symphony is just going to run straight down. Actually going to be a huge grab here. Here comes the Bastion turret for him to capitalize. It gets the bubble with Suzu comes out and responds. He's going to be taken down. He's really focused by this overclock here. Mitoki forced to go in the corner. Pinocchio left all by himself. Mitoki doesn't get the hack at the right time on the Sojourner, and it's all over. Ooh, and then Origami Heart gets staggered. No Kitsune Rush charge. I mean,
I think the Kitsunes will come out at around the same time, so it'll be interesting to see how those fights play out. Yeah.
I'd be curious to see if Toki can get it in time. Pinocchio's just gonna run it down. Here comes the first Kitsune Rush. Here comes the blade. Looking for Koi. He gets Koi. Ya Dead doing some happy spinnies of victory. And that was, what, 3 ults to win that fight? So, pretty big investment, but didn't really get a lot of payoff for it. They might get a big stagger on the Pinocchio, which is nice to make up for that lack of ults that they have, because they only have the window, and as we know, windows never really go where the bots want them to go.
True.
Neither does Lotus Core. He walks right into Bastion and turret form. Looks like Symphony is going to try and take down Toy, but he walks right into the artillery strike and be burning a lot of HP. Finally goes down. The rest of his team completely abandoned him there. Probably could have picked up a kill. Here comes the EMP and the Kitsune Rush just to kill you dead. And then they just walk back to the spawn. Why? What was that? They just completely ruined the advantage they had with the positioning, and Pinocchio just kind of walks up, gives Symphony a high five. 9-5 has already found Origami Heart, just being picked out immediately. Beat is available, and the beat isn't used. You can't just hold beat all game. What is he doing? Oh, Mitoki goes down. There we go. 40 seconds left.
Oh man. I mean, really, like, honestly, I don't know if they'll even be able to touch. Where are they going?
They're all
Where
just
are they
spinning
going?
and spawn. 30 seconds left. They have beat and grab, and all the Inner Fire has to respond with is a window. Surely they can do this. Here's the amp from NX Pulse to try and get back to that cart. Oh, Inner Fire kind of taking a bit of a risk here, holding a bit closer. Lotus Core is going to go down first. Here's huge 3-man beat, 4-man beat. He gets the Zarya in it too. It's gonna keep him alive in this epic 1v1 against Genji. Genji goes down, and Symphony is completely out of position all the way on the other side of the map. Okay, no C9, thankfully. Pinocchio thinking in the corner. He's a little scared. That was a close engagement. Grabs and then looks away, but he knows he already got Symphony. But Symphony has his cardiac overdrive to try and live against Pinocchio. It's so close. Pinocchio ends up dying. Symphony at 1 HP gets a Suzu, and they don't finish the map.
Wow. That was like,
How?
that's crazy.
How do we fumble?
Dude, I think killing you dead was just like, that was a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker. Whatever you call it.
So
I need to
brutal.
learn English.
Nah, but like the fact that the grab went out and he didn't, it was Bastion and Zarya looking at a Malga, and he just simply lives with the cardiac overdrive. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Dude, they need to nerf Genji, bro. Maga's busted.
Bro, Malga did too much there. Please nerf Genji.
It makes you wonder how they'll do like on attack, honestly. Because this map is really hard to push through third point, at least. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's often like you'll get double pushes.
Yeah, it feels like this map is entirely designed to like give you weird games, because like you either full hold first, like there's so many. This is like the most drawed map in the OWCS, if I remember correctly. Like no one ever draws on like any of the other hyper maps. It's always this stupid map. I don't know. It's just so weird.
Or maybe it's perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
True.
Maybe Blizzard hit their magnum opus with this map.
Yeah, I don't think that's true, but I think no, their best map of like Overwatch 2 or I guess Overwatch 1. No, I don't know. Was like
Overwatch?
Atlas. I feel like Atlas is like one of their best of like the recent maps,
Yeah.
because like Midtown sucks. Instead of most
Yeah.
of the other like, I guess New Junk City is like fine. I don't know.
I honestly just dislike the set attack and defense of payload maps in general.
Yeah.
It's just like, ugh.
So boring. Looks like Symphony is gonna instantly be deleted here as he uses cardiac overdrive in the middle of his run. Just clean up for the rest of Salty Ramen here.
That Bastion is just gonna, like, he has such
Just
an
farming.
advantageous position that, like,
Yeah,
you're
Bastion
just gonna fall over if you're not careful.
on defense on the most defensive sided map in the OWCS. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, it's just this first choke is so hard to get through. Like, obviously the second parts are a bit easier, but I mean, every part of this map is just like such an absolute slog to get through. I can't lie.
Yeah. Did you guys know that on first point, if you go all the way left, there's a hallway, and then you can go through the room, and then you can kill everyone. It's gonna be great.
Looks like Inner Fire are gonna keep running it down mid. They don't realize that there's other parts to this map. Yeah, I don't think actually most players in general know that there's a side hallway based on my ranked games. Looks like Pinocchio gonna give a valiant last effort here to stall the point as Inner Fire helpfully walked off of it while they were fighting him. They are gonna get the cap though. Gonna be just under 5 minutes, I think. Maybe. Yeah. There's that stupid siren to announce that they have started the push. Looks like going to be a fight at the choke, as we see on every single hybrid map.
The Bastion. Oh, they're just gonna run it
Oh,
right
they're-
down
they're
mid.
shooting
Sure.
it right down in the middle. Actually, almost found a kill. Great Suzu, but
Oh,
Honeydew,
nice.
he doesn't have a monitor. He's just going to walk right into that. Here comes the overclock at 1 HP, dies to Koi. What an unfortunate death. Symphony does get Koi for him, though. 9 Divide Dead is just the Mauga and Genji against an almost entire team. And your dad's just like, nah, Mauga, you're good, right? He just walks away. Where is he going? Almost walks. He forgot which spawn was his. Gonna be epic duel with Pinocchio, maybe? Deflect on the Zarya. Your dad is looking very lost
they
today.
chase him? They chase him.
Doesn't look like it. They don't want to risk it. Here comes the grab from Pinocchio. Doesn't hit
What
anybody
a
at
grab.
all. Kitsune Rush also coming out, but it's nowhere to be seen as it looks like it hit the wall. B coming out from Salty Ramen, thinking they can still salvage this fight. They have that Bastion turret form available. He's just got to shoot somebody. Gets jumped by that Mauga. Doesn't look like it was a good ult investment from Salty Ramen at all. Okay. Just to prove
That
my
worked
point,
out.
Mitoki ult. That is 4 ultimates for Salty Ramen there, and only 2 use for Inner Fire. So 2-to-1 ult trade is not good.
Yeah. Man. Especially, I don't know if their ults are as good. Because Bastion is more of a zoning ult. So during the 6th like scale.
Yeah. And very awkward cage there, but it is going to actually force Salty Ramen to jump off the high ground right as they figured out how positioning works. Your dad's in the back. They're going to do some damage by right-clicking. Maybe he's become a pacifist. He stops shooting the Bastion and starts looking around. There we go. Dives through the rest of the team. Tries to deflect a Zarya beam. Lotus Core is just in the back line, uncontested. Finally, they notice him. Looks like he is going to go down. Your dad still thinking about it. Is he a pacifist or is he genocidal? Who knows? Looks like he does not want to kill every single member of the Sultan Ramen family. So he just walks away. Nanavite has found Origami Heart with a nice 2-tap to the head though. Pinocchio just kind of being like mogged right now. Kind of walks away from the Mauga after staring him down. Your dad still realizes he cannot deflect a Zarya beam, and Symphony is now in this awkward little room. Gonna try and retake this 1v3. This fight is going on way too long. I'd like to stop shoutcasting this now. Pinocchio uses the bubble sustain him until his team comes back. Here comes the artillery strike. Gonna kill NX Pulse. Was trying to stop the artillery, but it's already over. It looks like Salty Ramen has eventually fallen with the overclock. Just to confirm. Wait. Wait, holding. Nope, nothing. Okay, Mitoki is gonna walk right into that dash. It's still going on. I can't believe this fight hasn't ended. There we go. What was happening? It was so stupidly long. Like, no one was dying. Origami Heart almost gets 2 taps.
They're all being met with the decision
Yeah, they're
to kill him
thinking.
or to not kill.
This is the thinking man's Overwatch. Koi is gonna find you dead. No thought there. He's in Bastion turret form. No brain cells available. Symphony is gonna try and shoot through this Bastion turret form, but without cardiac overdrive, he's just gonna get grabbed instantly. Not deleted. That was pretty close actually.
Out comes Kitsune Rush.
Kitsune Rush just to kill the Sojourn who's trolling. And there we go. 1 minute left. It's winnable, but it's going to be really rough. You got Cage Blade and Window, maybe Kitsune Rush, but you're going up against B and EMP, which are going to be really strong at just stopping this momentum.
There's also the factor of the touch. Will they touch?
Will they touch?
Will
I mean, they got
touch?
40 seconds. Surely they touch, right? Surely we touch the point, right, guys? We're not going to C9. Their bots would never C9, surely. Okay, looks like Symphony has actually set up a successful touch. Gonna be hacked as soon as he comes down. Actually gonna get EMP'd again. He cannot use this cardiac overdrive. Could be met with quite a lot of resistance here. He needs this cardiac overdrive. He has the cage. He's thinking about using it. Yadet has found one with his blade, but then he walks away. Oh no, it's just all over. It's Yadet and Symphony. Symphony at 200 HP. Here comes the cage. He's gonna be a hero. He's gonna 1v5 them, or he's just gonna fall over and die.
No cardiac overdrive.
Yeah. Excellent EMP and the hack there, and that looks like it is going to be Salty Ramen evening things up.
Wow.
I feel like I'm like becoming progressively more delirious the more I watch this gameplay. This is just so nonsensical sometimes.
Yeah.
But a glimmer of hope after we see the double hack to prevent the cardiac overdrive on the retake there, and then Symphony just gonna runs into the back line. So, I mean, this is like they haven't changed their comps like at all, and it's still really, really close.
Yeah, it's surprisingly back and forth. I think just each character kind of does the job of what they need to do.
Yeah.
It's just like up to skill, pure skill. Maybe this is the meta.
Maybe. No Zenyatta in sight. What is this? No meta backline in my bot league today. I mean, yeah, this is. I feel like this day in particular has been very just like weird in that they're kind of just like testing the waters, right? Like they're just seeing what works, what doesn't. Like, can we get away with playing this weird bashing comp? And the answer is yes. So all the power to them for trying, I guess.
I think the beauty of Overwatch is that everything will always have a counter. Like
True.
Kiriko, I think Ana does counter Kiriko. Ana counters Kiriko because Ana has 2 cooldowns, Kiriko has 1. What are you gonna do? It's just a matter of like dive comp can overrun Ana if she's not properly cared for, but
yeah,
it's you could counter still. Everything has a counter.
It is true. Even the all-powerful Kiriko does eventually have a counter, which is another Kiriko. Here we go. No comp changes whatsoever. Keep the brawl slop going. Looks like Salty Ramen are going to probably touch point first because of that Lucio speed boost. Looks like Symphony is close behind them, looking for a big charge, but gets hacked right away. This Sombra's been really detrimental to him. Suzu comes out, and so does the Bastion turret form. He's going to take down your dead right after trading NX Pulse. This is really back and forth. Actually, the Immortality Field is going to let Inner Fire live a lot longer than they should have there.
I think the Immortality Field will kind of force out like Lucio or like outpace Lucio.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a key difference maker in a lot of these fights on Control, where like it's not as much about positioning as it is on like escorts.
Right.
It's just a lot more about who can brawl better or who can cooldown cycle better, right?
Right.
So hack coming in on the Symphony. Is Suzu's gonna raid Suzu there for Salty Ramen? Gonna let Koi live long enough to get help by Pinocchio and take down everybody. Symphony just being bullied in the corner right now. There's gonna be the flip at 65% for Salty Ramen.
That was very nice, actually.
Yeah, good execute there. Perfect Suzu timing as well.
Oh man, I do think like on Surabasa in general, it's more about like King of the Hill. Well, that's what Control like that's what it is about. But this like it's gonna be more about which comps can control it better, honestly.
Yeah, who can control the space better, right? So
yeah,
Bash and Zarya are gonna be very, very good at that. Suzu forced out early as NX Pulse looks like he was typing a message in chat right there. Here comes the artillery strike. Genji is hacked. He can't do anything. He finally actually does get out just in time. Kiriko going to be TPing away. Here comes the beat just to confirm it for Salty Ramen here. EMP as well. They do not want to lose this fight. It's like they're going to be taking the first point. Maybe we see a touch, but without a Lucio, it's unlikely.
I do think both teams are pretty good at retaking, honestly.
True.
Yeah. And I think that's like something to look at is like with teams that like excel at a certain thing, when you put them against each other, like what happens is both teams are good at retaking, but neither are good at defending. Like, let's see.
Yeah. This has presented a very interesting dynamic for us to watch. We're just like experimenting on these 4 spots. Here comes a nice dragon in the blade. Immortality Field comes out a bit late to try and help that useless ult. Lotus Core walks very slowly towards the Mega, but can't quite get there. Quite just kills everybody. It's disgusting. Symphony decides he's gonna take on the world and just stand on point. Never mind, he's not gonna stand on point. He runs away. Now he is once again being bullied in a corner. Here we go. Very rough.
I do think the Bastion is filling that deep, like the defensible gap that like Sojourn just can't fill. Honestly.
Yeah, just
especially on this map, the points are pretty defendable. Like there's a lot of cover, lots of places to just kind of hang out and force
Yeah, you got that giant wall just surrounding you, keep you safe from this the Sojourn and the Genji. Looks like Lotus Core is gonna AFK here in the corner, not really gonna accomplish much. Symphony decides not to engage with his team. Another Overwatch, I guess. That surely was an Overwatch that just happened there. Symphony?
They just wanted to they wanted to match Kitsunes, that's all. They're best friends.
Yeah, you have to. You're legally required to match Kitsune. Symphony gonna use Cardiac Overdrive in the cage. Immediately, cage deleted by a Bubble Bash. And what are you gonna do? Here comes the Artillery Strike. Right on the Lotus Core. Very much targeted there. Looks like the supports are gonna try and get a touch in here. Baptiste and Kiriko are the ones who want to do this. Immortality Field doesn't get used. Suzu does, but not on Kiriko, so they're both just gonna die. And that's gonna be point number 2, going over to Salty Ramen. Let's go.
I think they're gonna they're falling victim to snowballing, unfortunately.
Which we see happen on like every single Flashpoint.
Yeah.
Really aggressive engage here from Symphony, but unfortunately he doesn't have his team with him. He thinks he's Mitzi, and unfortunately he's not as good as Mitzi was.
Oh, we miss you, Mitzi.
Yeah, I think he moved on, right? I think his team did. Like, despite that, despite Mitzi Syndrome being a new term invented just for him, I do think his team actually did move on. So maybe we'll see more of that. We have already seen like a bunch of Mitzi-inspired tanks in the series so far. So, but finally, looks like Interfire have regrouped. Symphony gonna be trying to kill Koya right away, but the bubble just comes in every time. Here comes the beat for Salty Ramen, and it's pretty much over at this point for Interfire. Nothing much they can do against the beat. Even if they get a trade, it's just you don't have that sustain. Lamp is nothing compared to beat.
I think Baptiste honestly struggles a bit here, just because like the AoE heals, it's not that great. Like it's not meant for like to sustain a full-on team fight. It's more for like everyone to kind of just camp around the corner and wait while you heal them.
Yeah, it's a Bastion. It's killing people too fast. They need to like draw these fights out longer to like make use of the sustain comp that they've made, but they just aren't. So instead, they're just instantly falling over. In this Grav EMP combo that is surely about to happen. Never mind, Symphony actually does a rare 360 and disengages. The entire team is caught in a Grav as he turns around. And the Artillery Strikes are all on him. And it's just over. It's looking like a 2-1.
Such a dominant comp, holy.
You Grav with the EMP and everybody falls over to that. Do they get a touch? Wait, they... No, I don't think they do. They double back for no reason. So it does look like it might just be a 2-1 up for Salty Ramen. You love to see it. Nah.
No, no touch. Oh, you suck.
Like, Salty Ramen kind of... Oh, wait, fell off the map. Okay. Yeah, pretty disappointing from Interfire there after looking really good earlier, like really competitive earlier, and then they just kind of like fall over here. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So
I think it's honestly just the map. Like Bastion, he can be really oppressive in the right situation and right circumstances, and like without a barrier and like a wide open map where you already have control of like the main area, it's like you can't do much about him unless you hide. But unfortunately, they don't know how to do that. So
they don't know. Their intelligence is it's handicapping them from playing the game properly. So going to Dorado next. This was Interfire's map pick. So maybe they had some sort of ace up their sleeve that's gonna help them win this and bring it back. They get a reverse sweep like number 14 of this season. This was all reverse sweep upon reverse sweep.
Yeah. On Dorado, I don't like. I have mixed feelings about this map because I really like the design of it. I think that's really well done, and I like that they like matched it to the animation that they did.
Yeah.
But it's like it's so congested. I feel like there's just so many things you can do.
Yeah.
And people don't realize people don't want to connect their brain cells and figure out, hey, on second point, there's stairs that they added. You can now walk up. And you can go on the stairs, and if you go up here, then you can win the team fight.
Yeah.
But people just want to sit on mid and push the cart.
I mean, look at these are top level players, and they're just sitting on the cart. So I think this is gameplay we should
True.
recreate in every one of our games on this map. Classic sitting on cart in front of the enemy spawn.
I blame Blizzard. They made their game too hard.
True. It's like, I don't even know what's happening right now. It's just Malga in the face of Bastion. Looks like he is actually going to die to it, but can he clutch this up? Pinocchio looking quite low. He does have the bubble to stay alive, thankfully. And 9 Divide and Lotus Core are apparently stuck on the payload. Quite possibly the lamest 1v1 I've ever witnessed. The Lotus Core is still alive.
What a standoff!
After
What a
like
standoff.
20, how is he alive? Kill him. There we go. Top level players, by the way. And we're continuing the push. I mean, 3 minutes, pretty good time bank to... I mean, this first point is really, like, slow. It just feels so long to get through. Like, it's just such a slog.
Yeah. Especially since there's, like, not many options to swing a corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just, like, in this random brawl in the middle of the map.
Yeah. I have thought, okay, I think the Zarya bubbles might be, like, canceling the cardiac overdrive, and that might be what's, like, denying
Yeah.
Malga that extra sustain to, like, prolong fights.
Yeah, I think it's like she bubbles the whoever he tries to dive with the stomp, and then bubbles the cardiac overdrive. That's all you need to do, and you just deny Malga his entire kit. So use cardiac overdrive, kill Koi here, bang, and someone's probably gonna back off here. Doesn't want to risk another embarrassing 1v1. Never mind, he actually does, and he is going to lose this time. Looks like a pretty good situation here for Inner Fire. They got to be pretty happy with this. They're pretty much on par with Salty Ramen's ult economy, and they've got really good position. They stopped the cart at the perfect time.
Yeah. Right before under that bridge.
Yep.
Any fights underneath this bridge are usually pretty messy, and that's like, it's
Yeah.
impossible to win against if you're on defense.
Yeah, it's so weird because like you still have to force the cart, and it's like super awkward to try and walk all the way around. So it's like all the artillery is going to be on Symphony, but he just uses cardiac overdrive to simply tank it all and kill Koi just for fun. It's like Lotus Core is going to get one. Your dad just launching the Zarya back. Doesn't want anyone to actually confirm the kill. Does have that tire available. See, he's going to hold on to it. Actually, no. Oh my gosh. Symphony's actually just going into the spawn. He traps Pinocchio in his spawn. Grab to counter it, I guess. I don't... What was that?
It's a psychological play. They're getting inside the head.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, they just have to be crushed right now. Imagine getting caged in spawn. I didn't even know that could happen. Oh, here comes a tire. Here comes the overclock. I'm calling a lot of ults, but nothing's really happening. It looks like Salty Ramen just kind of like hiding absolutely everything. Huge EMP right now.
Nobody, I think. Or no one does catch him. I'm blind.
Yeah, EMP catches him, allows him to beat rush out, but Yeded still kills Origami Heart here. Quick Symphony is going to go down. Koi is going to be traded by Yeded, though. Yeded just right up in the face of that Zarya, trying to kill him, punches him to death eventually. The Sombra is going to be taken out by Lucio, of all people, and somehow, despite burning 3 ults and being attacked by a beat Kitsune and EMP Rush, Inner Fire have still held on to this point.
It's crazy.
How are they getting away with this? How does this work?
I think the
And-
Bastion is struggling to set up, honestly.
Yeah. Beat push from Inner Fire, maybe? Not really. Koi is just going to be 1v3ing right now, but he's actually going to live briefly, long enough to distract for Pinocchio to get in position. Tire comes out, but it kills Pinocchio before he can destroy it. Can the Sombra touch the point? Or will he KD save? No. He will not touch the point. That's barely any cart progress for Salty Ramen. Match point, that's got to be rough knowing that this is probably just going to go to map 5.
Yeah. Oh man. I think the Bastion is like the core of the team, honestly. Like everything kind of revolves around him, and so when he's just like unable to get any footing, it's really just awful for the team.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, it's so hard to get set up on this first point in general, and Bastion has 0 mobility, and it's just such a, like, so hard for him to move around on this first point, right? So it's just like, what is he offering, really, on the offense?
Right. Only 3,000 damage.
Really? Hold on. Check the stats
Yeah.
real quick. He does have the most on his team by quite a bit. Actually, no, he doesn't. Zarya has a lot too. But his other DPS somehow only has 1k damage with 6 kills. What is this weird stat line?
Yeah. This is why it's important to not check your stats.
Yeah, exactly. See, it doesn't matter. Stats don't matter.
Unbind your stat key.
True.
We will see if you can keep up.
Oh man.
Trying the
It is gonna be interesting to see how the Bastion sets up though, because he'll have the advantage here, I think.
Yeah, this Defender's Bastion is just gonna be really, really good. And we're just not seeing the Bastion bubble, Bastion and turret form getting the bubble. I think that's gonna like been a core issue for them. Hopefully
Yeah.
we see it more on the defense, because that's just kind of like the big thing that they do is that you just the Bastion and turret form becomes unkillable. Here comes the turret form. Suzu is going to be used right away. Here comes that famous bubble. It is going to allow Koi to just kind of zone them all into this corner, but Symphony is just going to out-brawl Pinocchio here. He's just eventually not going to die. He decides to run away at half HP instead and is going to fall over. Very awkward. I don't know what. Because Symphony had Pinocchio. He was about to die, and then he just turned around and right into a corner, started crying, because support diff, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, Hodl flying from
I
Lotus
can
Core.
self-heal my character, but I need my supports to do that for me.
Yeah, exactly. If the supports would just heal him, maybe he could win. Looks like some trades coming out here. NX Pulse and Mitoki are going to go down. It's like Lotus Core actually did open up quite a bit by aggroing the Zarya away. Doesn't get that bubble for any of his remaining teammates. And now he's just going to quickly try and not stagger. Never mind, he popped the bubble just to stagger it a little bit more. Yo.
It's a very quick fight turnaround, and I honestly don't think they'll be able to touch. I think this is just game.
Yeah, they aren't even walking towards it right now. They're just in spawn. They just accept it. They just want to move on, right? Just quick like mental reset and just move on.
Yeah.
Like
That's all you can do in this situation.
Yeah. So kind of a nothing burger game, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of just like a game for Inner Fire to bring it to map 5. That was literally the only reason that game existed. But we're going to map 5. I mean, it's gotta be push, right? They have to choose a push map. So this could go anywhere. We've seen some crazy push maps in the past here. So what's like okay, what can like Salty Ramen improve on, would you say?
I think the Zarya is a little slow, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like, she just gets ran over by the Malga once both of those bubbles are gone. And so I really think they'd benefit from, like, a stronger, like, anchor, honestly. Because Zarya, like, her team isn't mobile enough to do what she needs to do to succeed.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think the Bubble Bastion gimmick was, like, kind of good for a bit. But it just kind of fell flat, like, the longer it went on. And especially after some changes from Inner Fire. It's just like, let's not do the same one, please, for all our sakes.
True. Colosseo is a very, like, interesting map. It's one of the first maps, like, I was introduced to on Stadium. And Stadium, thoughts are mixed about it, because I feel like it's just, like, it's a lot. Definitely a lot. And I'm sure there's, like, thousands of hours you can dedicate into, like, finding out every single secret that it holds, but I don't have the patience for that, honestly. But, I will say I really like the way that the map is designed. I like the concept of, like, the finished Coliseum.
Yeah,
I think it's really neat. And then, like, Blizzard has just outdone themselves with, like, the sci-fi aspects, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. I do wonder what a Stadium bot league would be like.
True?
We should experiment. I'm sure that will be very not entertaining at all to watch, but we gotta try it, right?
Yeah. I mean, you never know. There's so much random aspects to it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you want to see Stadium Bot League. Anyways, Pinocchio going right in here on the hacked Junkrat. So it's actually gonna be Lotus Core who goes down first. Yeah, it looks like your dead is just kind of living forever. Pinocchio can't quite catch him. Symphony gonna go on the Origami Heart, who is trapped, but he has no cardiac overdrive and only half his HP. Gets the Suzu to finish off Pinocchio, and it looks like Inner Fire, despite the Ramattra swap from from Salty Ramen, it's not really working right now. It did let them live longer, I will say that.
Ramattra can kind of draw that fight out, but I just don't think there's enough pressure from the Sombra to keep up. Because Sojourn Junkrat is really, really oppressive. Sojourn obviously being Sojourn, and then Junkrat just kind of gets away with whatever in this in the bot leagues.
Yeah, I think Junkrat has got to be like one of the most meta DPS you can play in bot league right now. Early Suzu for Inner Fire could prove a bit detrimental as the Ramattra goes in here with full HP at Nemesis form. Honeydew looking very low, gets caught in that vortex. Here comes the Annihilation really early from Pinocchio. Let's get that shield refresh and confirm this fight, but the rest of his team is dead. This is still definitely winnable. Never mind. Here comes the Tire Stray for him. Do you see the Kitsune rush? But kind of a waste. Could be a pretty big misstep for Inner Fire.
Yeah. I do think it'll set them back quite a bit in the ultimate economy. Honestly.
Yeah. But I mean, to be fair, the other Kiriko wasn't even close to rush, so maybe they can cycle their other ults fast enough to make up for it.
True.
And looks like Pinocchio is gonna have to back off. Displays a rare bit of intelligence there, not just like W keying down main. Here comes the beat for Salty Ramen. Overclock as well, but not gonna be able to find anyone with it. And Symphony, a little late to the party. He's thinking about going out. He's thinking about it. Okay, he decided not to. Oh, never mind. He's decided to go in. He's just going stomping right on Koi. This actually could be big. His team's coming back at the right time for this push to actually be effective. Has that cardiac overdrive. Maybe survive. B comes out right as the EMP does. Going to allow them to sustain through that. Huge flip there.
Yeah. I think the supports are like good enough to just kind of shut down that Sombra. Like Kiriko can kind of fight her off. Suzu just saves any viruses that are hit. Like it's kind of game over for Sombra.
Yeah, that was rough because I was like, oh man, you know, EMP is just gonna kind of shut down the Malga right now, but good beat push. The Kiriko picking her out. Here comes Rush out of spawn for Salty Ramen. Gonna go really fast here. Kill this Junkrat before he can get anything going, and that is what's gonna happen. Really quick fight there. Just kind of like super aggressive with that Rush and the Annihilation, but unfortunately they haven't really cycled their ults properly, so they have absolutely nothing for next fight. But neither does Inner Fire except for a Tire. What's a Tire gonna do, right? Surely
nothing.
Surely nothing is gonna happen. Okay, Symphony going in
It's
first.
been really back and forth.
Yeah, this has been pretty close. I mean, obviously the initial push was pretty big. Here comes that Tire from you dead. Who's he going for? He's going for Pinocchio, but he's going in the Nemesis form, so the Ram is actually going to live. And unfortunately, all their positioning that Inner Fire had was just like invested into getting that Junkrat Tire set up, and it just kind of all fell apart. So now Symphony is going to be staggered quite a bit too, and it's gonna be a decent bit of cart progress.
That's an unfortunate loss, even with an ultimate invested, honestly.
Yeah. Such potential. And the thing is too, is like they still haven't like properly cycled their ults, but they're getting a lot closer to just like ult dumping and starting to like get a snowball going.
Yeah.
What's
and it's really just like, oh.
That could have been so bad.
Interesting. Yeah.
I was in that tiny room. Looks like Symphony has neglected to join his team. They are going to invest the rush here. No one's died yet except Honeydew actually does die. It looks like Koi is going to help take down your dead. Next is Lotus Core. Maybe he gets the punch in. Beat comes through for Salty Ramen. They just want to be confirming these fights. They're using like one ult per fight just to confirm it. They really want to like keep this push like steadily going.
Yeah. This is a good example of what to do with your ultimates. Do not ult fight, bro. It's so bad for the game.
You gotta layer your ultimates. It's like you need to use them as necessary rather than just like trying to dump them to create an immediate advantage.
Yeah.
And
if only people use their heads.
Yeah, the bots are very briefly, I'm sure. But here comes the Annihilation, and the Overclock actually does come out. Bit of an awkward positioning for Lotus Scope to just try and find a target. Pinocchio's caught in the corner with the Annihilation. Koi just beaming down that Sojourn, and that's going to be another quick ult fight. A lot was invested into that by Salty Ramen, but they're going to successfully take the lead here, so I think it is worth it, especially getting the Overclock and Kitsu trade from Innerfire.
Yeah. I do think their snowball might be successful, especially with the Bastion ult coming up. And
Yeah.
like in this final stretch, you don't really have anywhere to hide from that.
Yeah, here comes Symphony. Big stomp. He's going to catch every member of the team with this. Going to have that cardiac overdrive. Trying to sustain. Pinocchio's going to go down first. Okay. I mean, good retake, but unfortunately, it's a little too late.
Yeah.
Stagger on the Bastion is like something, but they're still going to have the forward spawn, I think. So, going to be a bit rough to try and claw this back, but you do have Beat and Tire. Have to be sure not to use both of them in this next fight, because you're going to have to win 2 in a row, I think, to catch up.
I honestly don't know if Tire is valuable enough of like an ult in this situation.
Yeah,
'Cause it's really hard to catch someone out.
Wait,
Oh, right. I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
Huge Tire kills me, Toki, and Pinocchio. And Artillery
what?
Jax's. Holy.
No way.
Honeydew killing Koi is going to be a huge advantage right now for Innerfire. They've still got the beat. They've still got Kitsune Rush, and it looks like they are going to take the lead here. This is going to be brutal for Salty Ramen to try and get back. That was really misplayed there. Yeah, there's the...
skirmish. Oh my goodness.
Here comes Symphony charging in, and Pinocchio just kind of has a bit bad positioning, rushing to a lot of damage, just being shot by this Junkrat. Here comes the beat from Innerfire. Could be big. Here comes Beat. Doesn't Ajax actually gonna let Salty Ramen live for just a bit longer? It's gonna let Koi just kind of be server admin right now on this bridge and just kill everybody. Doesn't have to worry about positioning because every single member of Innerfire is just in the open with no cooldowns. But they didn't clearly enough win the fight, so they are gonna have to take some time to kill this Malgo who can sustain for a bit. Actually kills me Toki for it. They need to kill this Malgo. They need to kill this somebody. Okay, there we go.
With just under 2 minutes in the time bank, like anything over 100 meters is gonna be really difficult to gain back. But
yeah,
like with these volleys, we've seen the craziest things happen, and anything is really possible.
we've seen the reverse sweep with 0%, so it is definitely possible. However, Avril Theory is still a thing, and this is going to be super hard. I mean, the nice thing is that they are going to have a lot of ult advantages. They have to be careful not to use them all at once, and Koi is cut out. He just barely lives. Can he live long enough? No one's looking at him. He survived successfully. Here comes the... Oh! The Tire shuts down the Annihilation. Overclock is going to finish the rest off. Here comes the rush, but it's just too late. And that's another really big mistake that they cannot be making with such a little time bank.
I think EMP, if used correctly, if she makes it back,
Oh no.
if she makes it back and they like cycle their ults correctly,
Yeah.
there's a chance.
There's a chance. There's a big chance. They got EMP. They got Artillery Strike. They have better positioning right now. Big Vortex. Pinocchio looking to catch Ninevite out as Ninevite just kind of walks in. Symphony doesn't quite run off the bridge, but he's put himself in a really open position. Pinocchio just can't turn down a target. Artillery gets 2 though. That is gonna even it up. The Malga decides to use Cage. Gonna try and win this 1v3. He kills NX Pulse. He's got Koi really low. No way he lives. Okay. Surely. But they've really got to stay on card at this point. The Koi is gonna at least tap it long enough for overtime, just in case, you know.
Please don't Ajax and sell your team, please.
Now, be available on both sides, nothing else. This is purely just a beat fight, but Innerfire has big beat advantage, so it's gonna be up to Salty Ramen to kite this without just walking off the point. They gotta play this really smart. Maybe fake engage with the Sombra, draw their attention, and force that beat out early. Here comes Symphony, taking a really aggressive flank angle on the Koi, but Koi's already traded Honeydew. That means no beat advantage for this fight. Koi is desperately trying to survive, but there's no Suzu available. Koi is going to go down. Sojourn gets the trade. Whoa. Looks like Beat is going to be successful. Beat successfully comes out for Salty Ramen. It's kind of late, but they just have to secure this fight win. Pinocchio going to step on the Junkrat Mines to get some extra support. Ult charge. Stop. He's getting so close to walking off the point. So close. And Honeydew might actually just troll this. Honeydew, the one who's going to have that Beat advantage for his team. He's going to die.
No
That's such a
way!
crucial ult. And now they have Annihilation for that shield refresh. They're close to the Bastion ult because it charges so quickly. They're going to have to rely on this tire. This is final fight territory. Symphony charging right in. Going to try and take down the Ramattra before he can get that ult. And X-Pulse is already dead. That's one support, but 9 Divide is traded for. That's no Suzu. Symphony's going to get hacked. Looks like Symphony is actually going to try out Origami Heart. Pinocchio has already killed 3. Can he win the sustained fight? It's just Honeydew
No
left.
beat!
Honeydew.
No beat!
He doesn't beat.
No way!
No
Wait.
way. He's hell beat. Can they get out there in time? Can Junkrat touch? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to touch. He doesn't walk out. And it looks like Salty Ramen has brought it back.
No way! What a
Salty
sell! Oh my
ramen.
god!
Somehow. Oh
What
my
a
gosh.
sell. Bro, that PayPal better be good.
Oh man. Oh, that is just what. No tire used, no beat used. The beat was held. The Lucio just absolutely trolling. What a shame for Inner Fire. After such like an aggressive lead, almost pushing it to their spawn. That's gotta be disappointing.
Yeah, man. Both these teams played really, really well, though.
Yeah,
Like, I
that-
have to say.
that's again one of like the closer push maps we've had. So yeah, that's those are our games today. Those were really close. I think like honestly, definitely some of like the most entertaining games we've had
Yeah.
so far. Those are just like, I don't know, very, very fun from start to finish.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean all players played well. Very very close game. And yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
it's
that
like-
means Salty Ramen's moving on.
Yeah. It'll honestly be a real joy to see how these players, like, come out in the later stages, honestly. Just
Yeah.
to see, like, what they bring to the table.
Yeah, like how are they gonna evolve? Like, especially with the comps and the strategies that we've seen, like they see what works. I mean, I think
Yeah.
the Team Iris one was probably a bit better to learn from because those were like more dominant matches. But Salty Ramen versus Inner Fire also had some like, I don't know, some things to think about for these teams when they're coming up with their comps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man. That was wild, though.
yeah. So that means the two most entertaining matches we've had so far, I think, are going to be facing off against each other next week. Team Iris versus Salty Ramen, going to be quite a banger, I think, and that will officially begin the second round of this tournament. Going to be the quarterfinals actually, so it should be pretty exciting. Especially, I mean, we've got the two entertaining teams, Iris and Salty Ramen. Then we got the fan favorite champions from season 1, Blue, up at the top bracket. They will actually be our first match next week up against Afterlife. So be curious to see what they have in store for us, especially considering these past matches that we've had.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be all from us today. Make sure to subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow us on Twitch to get notified when we're live, and join the Discord if you'd like to talk about how bad Team Iris is at using any of their ultimates. Dragoon, I think it was, yeah. Yeah, join the Discord if you would like to press Q, or like have Dragoon press Q next match. And make sure to comment below also if you'd be interested in seeing Stadium Bot League. I think that could be kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm Sir DJ Cat,
I'm Hazel.
and we will see you next time.